is going to rise.
Welcome to the Legion's Lair. I'm your co-host, Joseph of the Golden Spear. Take it away, co-hosts.
And I am Brad Jones, brother of Bjorngar.
And I am Mike Casper, Emir Caspar. Yes.
Ooh.
And we are so excited to have Joe Russo on the show tonight. Even
Why didn't I grab my mythic Enablers shirt? What was I thinking?
Now listen, this is weird tonight because we have the knight, we have the barbarian, and we have the skeleton. Now, what's interesting about this is there's going to be a question when Sir Osif sits on the hot seat that I don't know which way he's going to go, but we're going to see. We'll see which tribute is his favorite. This should be interesting. I think maybe Brad's going to win for a third week in a row. You have won the last 2 weeks, haven't you?
I know I won definitely last time. I know that.
I think it's 2 weeks. You're on a two-game win streak.
Ooh, I'm going for the turkey, baby. Going for the turkey.
Dang, man.
Sorry.
What kind of news do we have? We just had a Figure Obscura weekend.
That is true.
We did.
Yeah. Boom.
Ghost of Christmas Past.
Wow.
Boom, enabled.
Yes. Now, what do we think of this, guys? What do we think about the Ghost of Christmas Past? Joe, what do you think?
Oh man, I think it's pretty cool. I'm actually not always into all the Figure Obscuras. They're a little gnarly for me, the choices, but this one's actually really cool. I picked it up immediately. I see Daenerys Targaryen. I see a Daenerys Targaryen custom coming out of that immediately, for sure. How about you guys?
Yeah, I saw a few people mentioning that, but I didn't get that at first. But then as soon as they said that, I was like, "Oh yeah, I get it now." Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
At first, I saw 4 arms, and I'm like, 4 arms, and then I'm like, oh, the arms come off. Okay, cool.
Yeah.
We got this. We got some fodder here.
I am not big on the 2.0s.
Oh my god.
Now, once Siege of Bjorngar comes out, not Siege of Bjorngar, it's been out for years and years and years. Once Rising Suns comes out, which is the best wave ever to be made, correct, Broder? And Neve comes out, it might change my mind on the female characters because she's a 1.0.
Yeah, because then you get those big beefy babes.
Yes. Well, they stand better. And I just think I just like the look better of the. I like the 1.0 figures within the Legion's library of parts. I love them the best.
Yeah, I do too. I'm a bigger fan of the 1.0 than the 2.0 for sure. And that we talked about actually one of our Mythic Enablers episodes, I believe it's called Big Beefy Bucks, where we just talk about the 1.0s versus the 2.0s. And, there's different opinions in our group of 5 guys, but I think most of us prefer those big beefy bucks. And I have a feeling once we get Nieve in hand, I'm going to like those big beefy babes too.
Yeah, well, did I tell you? I probably didn't tell you, Joe, but I am going to take Broder's magnificent Madonna pauldrons and put them on Neve because I think they would be perfect for her.
That was mid-sip. That was quite rude, sir.
those torpedoes were definitely talking.
I forgot about your cannonball gins.
I love them, and in fact, I need to talk to Motu Joe about making a Broder shirt. Not even with my face. I just want the shoulder pauldrons on the shirt. You know what I mean? That's all I want. It's just a black shirt with those pauldrons, and So I may have to talk to him when that figure comes out.
Oh
Perfect.
man.
I'd love to see the whole Legion's Con lobby wearing that shirt, that Broder shirt. Just pauldrons. Just everybody.
Forget about 1,000 swigs, just everybody in the Madonna Pauldrons.
Yes.
I love it. I love it.
Yes. I'll buy a few and give them out as specials.
I feel like you might have to get a lot of those out, but yeah.
I think
Yeah.
that would. I actually think that shirt would sell like hotcakes. I can see half the con wearing that shirt.
That would be kind of cool because you could have different colors. You could have like a pink one, and then the shoulder pauldrons. You could have like a black one, shoulder pauldron. So it could be fun, purple shirt, pauldrons. It could be fun.
I feel like you guys have a workshop this a little bit behind the scenes, and we're just finding out now on the show.
Yeah, see how we work. See, we don't think about things, and then we come to the show. And we're like, this is awesome. Let's make it reality.
Now, I knew that we were going to get the Ghost of Christmas Past. I think we all knew that. And I knew it was going to be my least favorite because if you read the Dickens, the novel, whatever, to me, it's the most, it's the one that can be interpreted different ways the most, but in all the movies and the shows I've seen, it's the least interesting to me. So I'm really looking forward to the next Ghost present, and then really looking forward to the Grim Reaper type Ghost that's going to come out with the Ghost of Christmas yet to come.
Yeah.
That's going to be really, really something.
I think that's going to be the showstopper everybody's waiting for.
Yeah.
Did you hear Curtis? He's like, just give me all of them now.
Okay, so we're going to have to bring Rich out.
I know.
Rich Jones. My wallet is sobbing. It's breaking down, crying.
I mean, as much as we might think for the next few years we're going to be getting these ghosts, that's fine. It's okay. But and I get what Curtis is saying, though. He wants to just move on to other things. And I think that we will. I mean, they just don't do one figure obscura a year.
I really think the Horsemen do have people's obviously they have to take into account people's financial situations, and they can't bring out 12 times a year a $500 wave. They just can't do that. And knowing that they have the dragon in January, they weren't going to come out with a 3-pack, a $250 figure obscura drop. They just weren't going to do that.
That's right, Steve-O. I would love to see, a Carol Kane custom, but that's all right. Somebody's got to do it. Somebody's got to turn her into that. So, Scrooge is one of my favorite Christmas movies. It's a tradition. So I don't know if you're hip on the Scrooge with Bill Murray. It's a classic. If you haven't seen it,
I've never seen it.
Oh,
that's
my
the best version.
God,
come on, man.
Seen it.
Michael.
Hey, you know what? I don't think you want to know something. Okay, I'm going to be transparent here. I probably have never seen a Bill Murray movie since Ghostbusters.
What is happening right now? Where am I? Am I in a parallel universe? Come on, Bill Murray's a national treasure, man.
Listen,
start unsubscribing.
What are you doing with your life?
Is Bill Murray ever in a movie where a robot covered with muscles is trying to kill him? No. Is he ever in a movie where an alien hunter is coming down trying to kill him? No. Is he ever in a movie where a giant Godzilla monster is trying to kill him? No. Those are my movies. Shame on you, Bill. Shame on you for not being in that genre.
You got me there. You got us there.
So we got some more news, guys. We have a pre-order that's currently up at Store Horseman, and that would be the Reign of the Beast wave. What do you guys think of it?
I obviously really like this wave. I like big bulky figures, and it's got quite a few of those, and it's got some like it's very diverse. We were definitely around the board a little bit there, but obviously my favorite being Leodicius, big bulky bucks, right? I mean, come on, they just this
Big beefy bucks, baby.
big beefy bucks. I mean, that guy is amazing, and you could have just thrown him with a couple figures, and I would have been happy because I'm like that's the guy, he's the one. So
Yeah, he brings all the beef.
He brought enough beef where like he could be its own wave. Like I'm cool with that guy by himself.
same man, same.
They could have made G-Con just simple. They're like, here's Leodicius.
Boom, done.
All right, everybody, we got a 3-hour intermission before the dragon.
Refreshments are in the lobby. Help yourselves.
So
Caterpillar is now being put together in the lobby.
I personally went one all in. Just obviously I'm a completist with the line, but I didn't see anything in there that would lead me to any big pop and swap ideas for me, or custom, even though there's plenty of stuff. But for me myself, I felt one was enough, especially with the two gods in there. They're pretty much standalone. Yes, hit that like and subscribe button, guys. We need to get to 500.
Speaking of, if we get to 500, we'll give away this guy.
Yes.
Hey now.
That dude's something, man. He's a big beefy ogre.
He sure is, man.
And he has what Oni vibes to him, and that is from our sponsor, Immortal Collection.
That is right, Immortal Collection.
And that would be Carlo, Jenny, and Tristan. And they all are involved with that company. They all do great work with that.
Look at that. Boom.
What about guys? I'm going to throw this, since it's the Christmas season. We do Colin Culp. He is sponsoring Toys for Tots.
He is.
Do you guys know anything about this?
I do believe you have until tomorrow.
I think the deadline's coming up pretty
The deadline is tomorrow night for the final donations.
Don't quote me, but I think it's 7, right?
I think.
And then I think the giveaway's at 9.
Or maybe last year, I think they had 700 people on the wheel. I know he's close to that.
Oh, I meant 7 p.m. I think the.
Oh, yeah, 7 p.m. Yes, I think it is around 7 p.m.
I do know there's 20 plus giveaways on that.
Yeah,
so there's a lot of giveaway, a lot of custom giveaways too, I believe. So it's going to be something, and all the donated, all the money made goes towards Cullen and his wife going out and buying toys. I don't know if it's from Big Bad Toy Store or local toy stores or what have you, but then they give it to the local charity up there, Toys for Tots, in his area. I believe that is what's happening with that there. So very worthy cause, very good.
I think he did a post where it looked like he got a huge Big Bad Toy Store order. So I'm assuming these are like huge piles of loot that he bought with the money. So I think that's cool. I mean,
nice.
Sometimes when you go to I know the one year he actually went to the store and was like buying stuff in the store, but like they don't have everything that's cool. So like you could actually go to the Big Bad Toy Store, buy all the stuff that they have.
Well, and knowing
and ship it for $4. So I mean, it's a no-brainer.
Test the limits of that $4 shipping.
I bet.
Literally, I think there was he had 8 boxes, 8 huge boxes or more. Like
no kidding.
Taller than him on the post on the Cabal.
Is that what the picture was? I saw that.
Yeah, so I'm assuming that was the money that they got from the Toys for Tots, and which is a great idea because like you said, why go to the store and pick through Target and Walmart's crap when you can just
Heck yeah.
Yeah,
Get
just
all
like,
the
"Here, I
cool
want
stuff.
this, I want this. I would just pick out the stuff I want and be like, oh yeah, I want this and I want this, I want this, I want this, I want this. That's what kids would want.
I
Gotta
would
love
think
it.
with him buying bulk like that, and for a charity like this, that they probably gave him a cut on the price too, knowing Big Bad Toy Store. So that is amazing. That's it with news, unless you guys have anything else. Is there anything else that I missed?
Other than obviously, there's still the in stock items from uh, the Figure Obscure, as well as all the other in stock items, Legion Builder, skateboards. There's still the Barbarian. I'm surprised I didn't sell out. I really thought that was going to sell out.
I've bought quite a few of those. Like I said to Joe, I'm going to take one of his figures that I buy and use those parts on the white of his armor and make that Mercurian out of it. So it'll be a darker skinned Mercurian. I think it would be a nice contrast between the white or the fluorescent. I guess, Joe, is your figure more white or fluorescent? What did they say?
Yeah, it's pearlescent. It's a different kind of color pearlescent than Sir Ignatius. So like Sir Ignatius is like a white kind of gold looking pearlescent, and this one's kind of got like I want to say it's like a little bit of like a green hue to the pearlescent, but it's obviously clearly white, but it's a little different.
Check this out, guys. I'm a magician because I can be Emir Kaspar, and then check this out. Check this out. I'm going to become Curtis Ackerman. Check this out.
Look at that amazing.
Oh my gosh, you took it off.
Nice. Oh,
I was scrolling. I forgot the comment was still up. So I pulled up your picture. I pulled up your figure here.
That beautiful picture by Trevor.
Yeah.
Well, now that we have this up, let's just go into this question and get this one right out of the way, because this had to be an absolute thrill for you. But explain to us your experience of finding out about this, you getting a tribute from Four Horsemen Studios. What was that experience like?
I mean, it's crazy, right? I mean, like, what can you say about that? Like, it's completely nuts. I wasn't even home to watch the live reveal when it was happening. That's so amazing. I'm going to tell you a story about that picture after in a second. But yeah, I wasn't even home like watching the reveal, so I didn't see the wave reveal when it was happening. Actually, the Enablers, they actually broke the news to me in our chat, and I had no idea. Like, I mean, I seriously thought that they were messing with me the whole entire time. Like, I couldn't believe it. But when I saw it was real, I mean, yeah, dude, it was like beyond anything I could have imagined. Like, as toy collectors, I'm sure you guys know, like, I'm sure it's the same for like you, but like every toy collector's dream is to have a toy made, like have their own toy, right? Like have your own toy of yourself or a toy named after you would be like the dream of all collectors. So like, this is sort of like the culmination of like toy collecting. Like that is like the dream of the dreams, like a dream come true. It's awesome. I couldn't believe it. I could not believe it. This picture right here, though, this is an amazing picture that Trevor Williams took, and 1/6 shooter, and he actually had prints made of this. And at Legion's Con in November, this past Legion's Con, last month, he found me in the crowd and he gave me like a matted version of this, like a printed out matted version of this. And I was like, I am absolutely in love with this picture anyway. Like, it's such a great picture. It's so good.
Frame that sucker up.
And I'm going to frame that sucker up for sure. Yeah.
Nice. Yeah, it's a beautiful picture. Wow. And the lore between you're basically, to put it bluntly, the thorn in the side of Maxilius the Harvester.
Yeah.
Almost like his equal, because you aren't a knight. You aren't a barbarian. You're an angel. And they are on a higher plane. It's amazing. It's a real good story.
That will never not be awkward. Just FYI. My character being Angel. Yeah. Thanks, Brad. Thanks. Yeah. That will never not be awkward. Like, of all the things I would change about this if I could, would be an Angel, because I'm like, that is totally not me for sure.
Well, and this is a Trevor photo. If you look at that, I don't know where he's getting that background from. If he actually got that from Nate Barch, maybe, but that might be a precursor to the city in the clouds where the angels are. Is it called Cirrus? I forget what the BIOS is.
I have to go read it, but that sounds. I have to go reread it, but that sounds right. And actually, I never thought about it, but that does look like Nate Barch art. So yeah,
it does. It does. Absolutely.
Yeah, I absolutely bet you're 100%. That's correct.
Yeah. Wow.
So
it's a beautiful figure. I mean, you can literally have this as a knight. You can have it as an angel. You can have it as a Mercurian. And I would have to think the pop and swap abilities with this armor with other armor would be amazing.
Yeah, I'm excited for it. It's a cool figure. It's definitely a nice parts mix. I dig that a lot. Like I was gonna have a figure made of me like that. Those are good parts to have for sure. Like the Xylernian head is one of my favorites, dude.
Well, that's kind of cool because technically there's only one other angel so far that we've gotten, right?
Yeah.
So you are technically you're technically the first male angel.
First of his name. First. It's like
so I think that's cool. To be the first male angel, but like you said, you're basically covered in armor, so you're pretty much you're a knight, obviously, and you look like a knight, but obviously you have other angel type capabilities that are cool.
I'm presuming that the face is from the Xylernian Guard, or is this a new sculpt, Joe?
No, it's the Xylernian Guard. It's just repainted a little bit.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
I didn't know, because sometimes with the already sculpted waves, they have new head sculpts.
Yeah. No, that's the same one. There's your Mercurian helmet, buddy.
Yeah.
That's cool too, though. I think that's cool with the Mercurian.
So we segued into this figure because you were talking about this bear parts. So why don't you tell people what you're going to do with those bear parts?
Well, what I'm going to do right there, keep that picture up. I'm literally going to take the bear parts. So everyone you get in that $10 packet and put this armor and the Mercurian helmet on it and make another Mercurian.
Is it going to be bare chested, or are you going to keep the
it has to be, well, I don't know, because most of the Mercurian have armored chests, but Delta Card doesn't. So I'll have the option to do something like that, but I won't have more than one pauldron on him. I know that. Maybe one pauldron.
You like that asymmetric look?
He would be asymmetric at that. With that, but I just think the dark skin with the white armor will be an amazing contrast.
I just want to go back to Steve O. Begg's $20 to the first person who takes a picture of Joe's figure on top of a Lord Bouchatti figure while doing push-ups.
There might be a lot of people out there
Mike,
that don't
I don't know if you were there.
but I'm
pretty
laughing.
late at night. It might have been like 2:00 in the morning. And I was talking to someone, and then I noticed the crowd behind me is getting a little louder, and the crowd was a little thin to begin with because we're getting at like 2:00 in the morning, and it gets a little rowdy, and I turn around and I see Steve Bouchatti on the ground doing push-ups with Joe on his back, and this is real, and
Does it really happen?
This is how late it was. Like, I had my phone in my hand and I didn't even take pictures. I'm like, what's going on over there? I'm like, is he actually doing it? And then I was looking at the two people at the hotel behind the desk, like looking like, oh my God, what's going on? But they were cool. They
it
were
was
cool.
couth. You know, we did it. You know, as classily as a man can do
No,
push-ups
yeah,
and another man on his back can do that. Yeah, I thought we
no,
were
it
good.
was a good time. I definitely I'd
I
like
have
to
no
see it
idea.
again. I'd like to see how many did Steve do?
I think like two or three.
Two or
Like
three.
two or
Let's
three.
see if
Yeah.
Let's see if we can get 5 next year. Come
He's
on.
he's a
10.
That's
Stephen
impressive.
Bisciotti is a big beefy buck, so he can push up some push-ups with me on his back.
Yeah,
That-
I think we can do 10. Maybe earlier in the day. Maybe it was because it was too late at night
It was
that he
late.
only
Drinks
got
had been
3.
drunk. You know, you're not
Yeah.
in your like peak
Or maybe that's
physical
what the fun
form.
about it. It'll be two. We'll say, hey, we'll set your alarm for 2 a.m. He has to do 10 push-ups.
You know what? I think we can get more than 10 out of him because we'll just take a Big Mac and we'll hold that Big Mac up just away from when his head would be at the full extension. And I bet you we can get, yeah, I said it, Steven, Alpha, the so-called Alpha. I said it because the Meerkat bar is the Alpha
I
button.
can see Steve.
And guess what? Guess what, Stephen Bisciotti? When Caspar comes out in the armies of Ashmar, and Emir Caspar Scapular comes out, and Broder of Bjorngar comes out. We're gonna take a photo of our figures just decimating your little Fury Orc loser Turian figure, buddy.
Dude,
Right,
that was a total wrestling promo. Listen here, brother.
Listen, baby.
When Broder and Caspar come out, Lord Musciati, you're about to get destroyed from the Undertaker.
The only thing you're going to be pushing up, brother, is daisies when Emir Caspar and Broder are done with you.
Mix the words with the rocket fuel. Ooh.
You will see how you are the beta.
I can do 150 push-ups with Big Greg on my back. Who said that?
Hold on.
It's Rob Zamora. Come on. Let's do it, though. Let's do it. I think he can do it.
Hey guys, did we
the push-up thing was funny though. Like, I don't even know how that came about. I was literally not even involved in their group of people talking. I was talking to somebody else completely and entirely. And Pete McCarthy walks up and just his head all of a sudden just goes whoop, into the middle of my group. He's like, Joe, Steven's going to do push-ups with you on his back. I have no idea where this is coming from. I have no idea what started this. I just look at him and go, yeah, he is. Let's go. I was just on board immediately. Like, I had no idea where it came from, like why it was happening, but hell yeah, I wasn't going to say no to that.
That's awesome. Hey, Joe, can you do us a favor?
Yes.
Oh, boy.
We have not acknowledged people in the chat. Would you, in your best mythic enabler voice, be willing to go through the chat and name who's in it?
Oh
Now, if there's somebody you don't like, you could skip them.
So Curtis is out. Wholesome Warlock is out.
Yeah,
Steven.
you can skip those.
Steve-O is
skip those.
out. Rob Zamora with the 150 push-ups. Don't brag, Rob. That's nobody likes a braggart. Lauren Jones, shit, forget about her.
Nope.
Let's see. Jeff Evans, man, that guy. He lives in Orlando. I had to go all the way up to New Jersey to meet him for the first time. He lives 15 minutes away from me. Nope.
Jeff.
Nope. Can't welcome him. Michael O'Keefe. Wyatt Kohler.
Who the hell is
Not
that guy?
Who let that guy in the chat? Forget
Yeah.
it. Kick him out. Michael
I
Vieira.
don't know how.
I'll welcome Mike. Mike's good, dude. I like Mike. He's good people, for sure. Oh, just Shelby. Hey, Jesse, what's up, buddy? Juan Diego, Rincon, Joe Gonzalez. So Joe was at Legion's Con. He was in the room right next to me, and I bumped into him in the hallway. We were just walking out of our rooms at the same time. It was the first time I ever got to like talk to him. And man, that guy is cool beans. I dig him. He's a super cool cat.
Yes, he
Joe
is.
Gonzalez is awesome.
You're the shit, brother. I like you. I dig you. Let's see. A lot of the same repeat names. I'm just going down the list as I'm looking at the chat as well.
I wasn't surprised that he was tall. I'm just putting it out there. I knew he was tall. I knew that. I knew he was.
I'm not tall at all. So to me, everybody's tall. So forget about it. I'm Tom Cruise height. I'm like 5
Tom Cruise.
Nothing. It's super short. Let's see here. We got so Adam Power. I'm guessing that's Israel, right? That's Is.
Yes,
Yeah,
that's it.
that's
Most
it.
Def.
Sure is.
I like him. Joe is super angelic. That's why he hates evil monsters and skeletons. Yes, that's correct. That and they're stinky and gross. Geisa. Yeah, Geisa, what's up, buddy? You know I love you, brother. You guys let me know when I've hit enough of these for you. But there's
did we hit them all?
Higgins, Solo.
Oh yeah,
Snare.
Higgins. It's my dude.
Did I miss anybody? I think there was a something Hugh in here. Is Jay Hugh? I don't know who you is, but hey, brother.
Jay Hugh.
Hey.
Nice.
That would look
Okay.
like my
Well, it looks like you
friend-
got everybody, buddy.
I do like Jay Hugh's comment to you, though, Mike. He said, I guess he was replying to your putting the bear skin pack on the Mercurian
Yeah.
there, and he says that would look like my Freddie Mercurian custom. So Freddie Mercury
Oh, nice.
reference in the chat. I dig
Nice.
that. Thanks, bro. Good, a nice
Oh,
little
yeah.
Queen reference. I like that.
Nice.
Yes.
Now, I do have an announcement to make before we get into the interview.
Okay. All right.
I am now down to one figure in the Legion's lines, and I'm complete.
What is it?
The
Oh.
gold skeleton. I just got the Silver Knight Legion builder.
Nice.
Just like yesterday. I'm down to the gold skeleton. So if there's anybody out there, anybody in the land of Mythos that knows a good price on a gold skeleton Legion builder, and what is a good price? I don't know, but they're going for a lot of money, baby.
Well,
Man, why is it? Sorry, I didn't mean to cut you off. Go ahead.
well, no, go ahead. I was just going to say that they'll go down in price. They will.
Yeah.
I don't know why the Silver Knight and Gold Skeleton seem to be like the last two figures that everybody needs. My buddy Michael Xavier, it was the same with him. Eric Miller was like, he had the whole line, then he sold off a bunch of figures and he's like re-got some to re-establish having the whole line again. And those are, I think, like the Gold Skeleton was one of the last ones he was looking for. Those are tough figures to find, but you're like a full-on completionist. So like the Gold Skeleton version
Is it?
2, that's
I
like
got
the Joseph's of the Golden Spears, like arch enemy. That's not going to cut it for you. You have to have the original.
No,
right?
because it's a different sculpt.
Hold
It's
up.
a version 2. Yes.
Oh, this man
Oh,
who I just
dude.
shouted out as being
Joe.
a real angel coming up.
Joe, if
Bringing it
you find an extra gold skeleton, hit me up. I know we were talking at Legion's Con, but that's all I need to complete the line, baby. That's it.
He does have the laughy face at the end of that comment, though, so I'm not sure if he's giving you. If
He's like,
giving you the. He is. I'm not sure if he's giving you the what's what, man.
But yeah, it is the only figure I have left, and then I'm where Broder of Bjorngar. Then both the Legion Lair hosts have the collection.
Wow, that's a big thing, man. Just to have all those except for that is a big thing. Congrats.
Yeah, they're
That's
all
awesome.
packed
Thank you,
in
Joe.
there.
I appreciate you checking for me.
they're
That'll
just
be
stuck.
awesome if you do find one.
Cosmic
No.
over.
Before we go into the interview, I want to ask both of you guys, did you get anything this week or the last 2 weeks or recently that you wanted to talk about real quick, Legions wise?
Have I gotten anything? Legions.
Any pickups?
Um,
Oh God, he got his
I-
blue Taylor waving.
Oh yeah. Look at you
You're
got
right,
something.
baby.
Hell yeah. Did you get? Yeah, you've been showing them off to us the whole time. You got the whole.
Yeah,
wave,
I've been
right?
kind of slowly showing them off a little bit there. You know what though? I will say this guy right here, he has a nice toxic paint smell that I love. I love that smell. I'm like, give me more. Love it.
Gotta love that toxic new paint figures.
And then when you put them in
stink.
the case, if you put them in an enclosed case and you come back later, like a day later, and you open it up and they all smell like brand new again, you're like, yes, like a brand new
So
paint
good, man.
job.
So
It's
good.
freaking great. Yeah, obviously, yeah. Might as well show off this guy too. Ooh.
Yeah, I like the black soft goods on him. Wow. Very cool.
My precious.
Mm.
Yeah.
Come to
Looks
me.
like he had the club on. Is that the glove he has on?
You guys
Huh?
want to hear something cool?
Yeah.
Yeah, I went to a burlesque show with my
Oh.
wife, and
Oh
it
my
was a
goodness.
burlesque. It was a burlesque production of Mask of the Red Death.
Really?
Wow.
Hell yeah, it was.
Now,
Freaking
were you
awesome.
feeling like kind of like, hey, I know this shit? Like,
Hell yeah, I was. I told my
were
wife
you like,
all
did you
about
look
it.
at your girl and be like, Edgar Allan Poe, I know this?
Oh, I got this, girl. I know what's gonna happen in the end, but I ain't telling.
Like, I
My
even
lips
seen
are
the
sealed.
Vincent Price movie, girl. Get out of here.
I told Jeremy Gerard about it. He was so stoked. He's like, "Oh man, that sounds super cool." I was like, because he's a big Poe fan, so he dug it too.
Oh yeah. Man, are you ready to get into this, brother?
Probably not, but I guess
We
we
are.
got it right.
Before I even do anything, I want to ask you, brother, what is the magnificent, wonderful castle you have behind you?
It is beautiful.
Who made that? Was that you?
No. I did not make that.
That's beautiful, brother.
Are you going to show that off later?
Yes, I will.
Okay,
I'll show you
okay,
off.
okay, okay.
I know that that's part of the thing, so I'll show you that for sure.
Okay, cool.
Yeah, I have been eyeballing it too.
That's been eye candy for about, half hour now?
Yeah.
I was hoping you guys would notice it. I mean, it's hard not to. It's as
It's
Well, you
big as a
didn't
Great
wear a-
Dane.
You didn't wear a button-up shirt with a few buttons, so we got to look elsewhere. So
I did it on
we're-
purpose because I felt like if I did, it'd be too much of a distraction. Everybody would
Yeah,
be
I
waiting in the
got
chat.
you.
for me to
Eyes
just
up here,
start
Brad.
popping
Eyes
buttons.
up here. Yeah, I'm usually the one saying that with my pauldrons. I'm like, eyes up here, guys. Pauldrons here. Eyes
Wardrobe
here.
malfunction.
Oh, man. Okay, my friend, Mr. Joseph Russo. What got you into action figure collecting as an adult, and how long have you been collecting?
I have been definitely collecting action figures my whole entire life. I think probably everybody who's in here has been, yeah, everybody, what's up? That's probably Ken Austria. Yeah, I've been collecting action figures my whole entire life since I was a kid. And even into my adulthood, I definitely took a hiatus for a bit of time because I found women. I found girls.
That's how it always happens, man.
Yeah, because action figure collecting does not equal women being interested in you at all. So yeah, that ended for a little while.
Now, I will say one thing. My girlfriend, Melissa, she loves the fact that I'm a nerd. She loves that. She loves it, loves it. So some women do love it. And she finds it very fascinating, the collection. And she loves to see the figure obscura drops and the new figures that have come out. So I'm very lucky in that respect.
You are, dude. I'm super actually jealous of you. And that's
She
very
used to
awesome.
be like, Mike, you're cheating. And then she like walked in on him as he's posing figures. She's like,
Oh, man.
He's like, I'm sorry, I gotta find the perfect pose.
What is that? That one meme where the two people are laying in bed and they're turned away from each other, and the girl goes, he's probably thinking about women, and he's like thinking, oh, the reign of the beast wave. I can't wait to get that in hand.
That's actually, I was just gonna make that same joke. You beat me to it.
Oh man.
But yeah, no. As an adult, I actually have been like a big fan of Star Wars my whole entire life. So as an adult, I was mostly a Star Wars fan. I have like an enormous collection of Star Wars toys in a closet in the back room. What was that Izzy said just now? I missed that one.
He says, if you get too excited at the Red Death Brigade show,
They call it Popo. That's a terrible joke. I'm just gonna say that right now. That was awful, and I expect better of you.
Hold on. Time out.
Okay.
Go back to that. Brad, read that again, because you just pulled a Travis.
I said the Brigade. What did I say? The Brigade show. The Brigade show. The Burskett show. The Burkettes. The Burkett show. The Bagalettes.
I'm having
The
flashbacks.
Schlugelets.
The booby show.
Schmagenboggers. Guggenhauser.
I'm having flashbacks of Travis reading the Lord de Grohl
Oh my god.
bio.
What was funny is when you handed it to him, he already knew. He was like,
I can't do this.
he's like,
Oh
I can't do
shit.
it.
I'm sorry, we were laughing so much. Did we get through the first question?
Yeah, pretty much. Yeah.
Pretty much. Okay.
good for the show.
Now, my friend,
Yeah.
we're going to actually no. I want to know how did you come to start collecting Four Horsemen products specifically?
So I was on a hiatus from collecting at all. I got burned out with collecting Star Wars, and I didn't collect any toys after being very hardcore into Star Wars. I didn't collect any toys for about 8 years. I stopped collecting anything at all, and my whole entire Star Wars collection ended up in a closet. And I was just sort of like, it was in storage units and closets, and just followed me around for years, and it's been like kind of like a albatross around my neck for a while. And then I was just one day scrolling down Facebook, just on my phone, scrolling. All of a sudden, a Big Bad Toy Store ad comes up, and it's got the Elf Ranger in it. I'm like, oh wow, that's kind of cool looking. So literally just a Big Bad Toy Store ad with the Elf Ranger got me to notice the Four Horsemen, the Mythic Legions line. Pulled it up, and as soon as I clicked on it, sometimes it's like, people who bought this have also bought this, and it showed the Shadow Elf Ranger. And I've always been into Forgotten Realms and Dragonlance and that kind of stuff, but Drizzt is a big deal to me. And I'm like, wow, I could definitely put those two figures together and make a Drizzt figure if I wanted to. I was actually customizing toys before I ever found Four Horsemen. I've been doing it like since I was a kid, kind of basically. I was swapping out G.I. Joe heads. So I'm like, wow, I could do that. And then I started doing a deep dive into it. I'm like, holy shit, this line is meant to be customized. Like, they pull apart and you can pop them apart. I could definitely do this. So that's actually what made me find the Four Horsemen in the first place. And I swear to God, I did a 22-hour deep dive YouTube. Everybody that I could find, Toy Bro, like anybody who had his guy. Yeah, I love him. But he's definitely like number one enabler in my life in the beginning of this, because he had so many videos and stuff, and I was like, oh, I need that. Oh, I need that. Oh, I need that. Oh, that's really cool. Oh, I didn't know this about the line. I didn't know that. So I learned a lot in that first 22 hours. And yeah, so just the luck of a Facebook ad did it.
And I think that happens to a lot of people. A lot of people. I personally saw the Keltis and Adamon on a website, and I'm like, oh my God, I gotta have these. And that's what got me into. But once you get one in hand, now when you got the Elf Ranger in hand, it was like, oh shit, game on.
Oh yeah. And it was at it was in 2020, like right when COVID hit. So March of 2020, and there was nothing. Like, you couldn't buy anything except for 2.0. And I was watching these videos and I saw the 1.0s, and they looked really, really cool. But like, for a very, very, very long time, all I had was 2.0 figures. I bought them, like the ones that I liked, that I thought were cool, that were available on Big Bad Toy Store, were all just 2.0. And,
see, I got very lucky with that. You're talking about that situation there, because I was like a year ahead of you. Big Bad Toy Store had a ton of product.
Yeah, I'm so jealous of you, man. To be able to get some of those figures, like Vorgus Vermilius on Big Bad Toy Store, the Barbarian Builder was on there. Like, man, I would have loved that. It would have been so cool. Yeah,
I think me and Joe got in around the same time, because Mike, aren't you like a year ahead of me?
Yeah.
So me and you, Joe, probably got around in the same time, enabled by Mike.
Yeah. There's actually a few people like me and Michael Xavier, Dan Briggs. There's a few of us that all got in like right around the same time.
Nice. And it's just so, I tell you what, man, in order to go back and get the line today, there's no way anybody, I don't think anybody could do it. I know I couldn't do it. The line's just too long. Badass reviews. Wow. From the realm, baby. So if anybody doesn't know, Carlos, badass reviews.
Yep.
they are coming out with their own vampire line, and I want to say, I mean, he's going to be on here a couple months from now, 3 months from now, whatever it is, and they're coming out with their own toy line, and it looks fantastic. I would say go there. You go. Go to Badass Reviews on YouTube, subscribe, and look into From the Realm. Fantastic. I'm sorry.
I saw them, and they are rad.
I did. Yeah.
They are rad.
Yes.
I do like them.
Absolutely.
Mr. Espino, hats off to you, my friend.
I will say that,
and the talent that you have pulled in around you to make that line, because I know some of the people personally, at least one of them, and I'm not sure if I'm allowed to say his name, so I won't. But
I think we know his name.
Can you guys say it so I don't get in trouble?
I mean,
and Eric Miller.
No.
Oh, it's not Eric Miller. I figured he would be painting maybe on that.
Oh,
It is
Noah Pratt.
I didn't say anything, did I?
Noah.
well, I mean, they're pretty close in abilities, I guess, skills.
No, they're. I mean, it's not a thing about being close. It's about their own styles, isn't it?
Yeah.
It was fantastic. Oh my god, I
Two of my
enjoyed.
favorite painters.
Yeah, I enjoyed so much writing bios for some of his customs because they were just gorgeous. Yeah, you're welcome, Carlos. Yeah, absolutely.
Most bro.
Now, Joseph,
Yes. Joseph
tell us
of the
all
Golden Sword
about
is here.
Yosef.
what was your Legions Con 2024 experience like?
Oh man,
Oh,
that's
come on.
that's a good one, man. This is my
Tell us.
favorite one. It's my favorite one so far. It was absolutely incredible. It was amazing. So the first one I went to was 21. That was the first one where they had people back in, and yeah, I met you there. I met you both there, gentlemen.
Yeah.
I met both of you. Do you remember going to dinner with me and Eric Miller
We were okay
at that Chinese food restaurant next?
talking
Like
about?
we're just
literally before we got you on. I go, we're gonna have to bring up the time we went to the Chinese restaurant, because I actually told Mike, I go, Joe is actually, to be honest, he's one of the first people we met in this community
just gonna say
in
that.
person.
Yeah, just gonna
Because
say that.
At Legions Con 21, you were there. And if I remember correctly, me and Mike were in the lobby watching Mythic Conversation, and you commented that you were coming down to the lobby because you were hungry.
Messenger. Yes.
No,
you
no,
got
it was
a
on-
Messenger said, "Where are you guys?"
Well, he did comment. I think it was even on Mythic Conversation, said, I'm coming downstairs. And then we messaged one another. And but yeah, you came
That's
down.
As with everything in my life, my stomach leads the way. So I owe my
Now-
meeting of you guys to my belly. And yeah, you guys were just down in the lobby. We started chatting. Eric Miller walked through the lobby. Like we started chatting. I'd never met Eric before that either. Like a couple other people went to that table we're at with us too, but there was like nothing
Michael
around,
Woods.
right? There was like a strip
Michael
mall,
Woods.
and the entire thing was
Yeah.
Michael Woods was there. Like
Michael
the entire
Woods was
strip
there.
mall was closed except this one little shitty Chinese food restaurant on the corner
Yeah,
of it.
right on the end.
And they were like, "Oh, you want to come in? Like we close in like 15 minutes, and people just take food to go. They don't actually sit in our restaurant." We're like, "Oh no, we're going to do that today."
Yeah.
And
If
they're
I
like,
remember,
"Okay,
didn't they bring out
break
these
out the
books?
good china and the nice silverware. We actually have guests in the restaurant."
They did. They were like desolate. They're like, we are ready to go home. And then they're like, wait a minute, the people come in.
Yes, hey, nice. We make food.
I
for
mean,
you.
they brought back those big books, the menus, and sat them down. And I mean, yeah. So it was, the
But
food was
that's-
good. I
that's-
remember it was decent. Like I did not dislike it, but
No.
to think
I have a-
about to go
I
back
have a
at that
Vietnamese
lobby,
wife, so like I have like very high standards for like Asian food, but I don't remember not liking it, and a
yeah,
lot of
that's
it
how I remember. I
probably
was
had
like, I
to
don't
do.
think I didn't like it. It was good.
A lot of it probably had to do with the company that we were in, like having a meal with you guys and Eric and
I
Mike.
remember
like,
it being a little
so
quiet.
good.
Because we were new, we talked, but like I feel like now obviously we know each other, we can't shut up. So like
Yeah.
if we went back to that table again, it would be different. We'd be like, "Ah, ah, 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 ah."
Which is so weird because I generally can never shut up. So I don't actually remember it being that quiet, but maybe it was.
I'm not quiet, but it was like, nobody knew one another.
A little
I mean,
awkward, right? Yeah.
we've seen each other or heard each other posts on the Cabal, but like we've never actually seen certain people. But
Yeah, that was way before you guys had a show or even a thought of having a show or figures. Any of us had figures. Like
Eric Miller
in our
walks in
names.
with all his customs, and he's like, here's some of my Motu tributes and my turtle tributes. And we're like, what the fuck? Like, what is this shit?
I know. He's like, here's this like amazing thing I made. It's okay. And we're all like, what's happening? It's so rad.
Can
we buy it? No, I just wanted you to see it.
Yeah,
exactly how that went down.
Yeah, that was. Yeah, it was.
Now, when we were sitting at dinner,
I love
remember Joe said, "What's your favorite figure in the line?" I did say Scapular. Do you guys remember what you guys said?
Hell no. I don't even remember asking that.
I know what Joe said. I already know what Joe's number one is. So
tell me what I said.
Well, I mean, I don't want to give it away, but I know what it is. He's green. He's green.
He's green.
He's green.
Well, he has green.
Now I'm intrigued.
Maybe a green hood. A green hood.
Oh, I definitely.
Who?
You're definitely not right.
Okay, maybe I'm wrong then. Okay. All right.
Awkward.
Now, if I'm right later and you're just lying, tell me. Okay, make sure you say Brad was right earlier.
Here's the awkward giraffe that you are.
I'm lost.
Yeah, no, that was cool. That was just an interesting meeting of people that would later become like really good friends and like know each other really well, and like prominent figures in the community. Like it was just a very random thing that we all met that night and had dinner together and have that story to fall back on, because that's just what Legion's Con is. It's that cool. And
when you think about Legion's Con 21, because I mean I know there was other interns before that intern of 21, but I like to think that was the first. You know,
I agree. It's like the first like real one, right? Like I feel
it was real.
Like planned for the occasion, kind of real.
But the G-Con afterwards, everything about it, like to think about it, like a lot of those people that were at the intern have either a show now or do something in the community or have something, and
that's true.
A lot of them. I mean, like it is cool to see that we've all grown.
True. Yeah, a lot of them turn into heavy hitters themselves. It's for the truth.
From Legion's Con 2021, I have a memory of Joe. He at G-Con won, I want to say Athon?
Did
you?
I did win that. Yes, you're right. No, it was
a test shot. Yeah,
Baelius. It was Baelius test shot.
It was a horse. I know that. Yeah.
Yes.
He left his Baelius unguarded, and I tried to sneak up and get it, and as soon as I got my hands around it, he spun around and he's like, no
touchy. Oh my gosh.
I think Eric Miller won a test shot that day too.
I think he might have as well too.
That one in the crowd there.
Yeah, I think Eric won. I think he won Hadriana.
That could be.
Correctly.
I actually kind of like. Oh yeah.
My friend Sarah won Arethyr test shot.
Oh, maybe that's what Mike was thinking about. But I actually like that we were on a delay. I like that they were down the hallway and like we
were screaming and it was like 30 seconds off.
yeah, it was like 10 seconds off. So like they'd show something and then like we'd have to wait 10 seconds. And they're like, hold on.
Can I take a second and just shout out? Can I take a second to shout out Jeremy Gerard? You've gotten so much better. It wasn't your job then, so I guess now that you've taken over, you've made that such a seamless event.
Every year it keeps evolving for the better. I mean, you can see. I mean, it's just leveled up.
Oh yeah,
leveled up.
Yeah. No, definitely.
And my favorite aspect of the whole Mythic weekend, without a doubt, is G-Con. I love those reveals.
Yeah,
absolutely love it.
Same here. That was the Poxus reveal, right?
It was.
Yeah, I was sitting next to Mike Xavier ahead of time. We were like, "Hey man," chatting on the Cabal or whatever. And we're like, "Hey, let's pal around at the event." And like we had become friends online, and he's like, "Yeah, cool." So he picked me up at the airport. He brought me to the intern or whatever, and then of course we got to go see the G-Con reveal. And I was sitting right there in the front row with him. And the very first reveal that they did was Zende. And I look at the damn screen and I'm like, and then I look over at Mike and I look at the screen and go, dude, that figure looks just freaking like you, dude. And he goes, ha 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 ha. And he just kind of laughs. And like 2 seconds later, his phone goes, bzz, 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 bzz. And his wife was watching the reveal online at their house or whatever. And she goes, babe, that figure looks just like you. And then that started the whole entire thing with Zende Xavier. And then that ends up getting used on the tribute from this year. The two, Gowrich, yeah.
Now, Mike, you obviously cosplayed Zende this year at Legion's Con, but I told him that head sculpt obviously is on other figures, so we would like to see him cosplay those other figures. So
I feel like that means we need like a Mike as a brother Xavier the Enabler, bare-chested, big beefy buck in robes.
Yes.
With the Buddhist prayer beads around his neck. He probably hates me right now.
Doing it.
Oh man, I made a brother Xavier Barbarian that I posted.
That figure's so good. Hold on.
Hope he's got it. He's got it.
I just made today. I just made like a random like.
God, you did like the same thing I did.
Put together some parts, made like a pirate version.
Is that the reddish leather from the mythic?
The armory,
armory.
And then this just came off of like I saw an ad for what's this guy? He's a video game guy. Kratos from God of War, or something like that.
I forget what video game. Yeah.
God of War.
Anyway,
yeah.
It was cheap. He was like $20, so I ordered him, and he ends up being like really, really tiny. Like you can see him next to me. He's like very small, but I got some use out of him for fodder. So like that's the point from him. So I just put together. But anyway, you're talking about Brother Xavier heads and Zende heads, and this.
Well, speaking about him, he got out of there before I could get his signature.
Oh.
Yeah, so we're gonna like do a Super Bowl switch, jersey switch next year if Scapular version 2 comes out, which I don't think it will. There's no way it's gonna be. No way.
I doubt that. That'd be great though.
Yeah. Oh, it'd be fantastic. But I don't. Usually they're tooled, or their waves that have to be tooled are taking 2 years. It's just that simple.
Mike V, do not create a custom nightstand award to Brother Xavier in a Buddha tone, please. So
Kratos.
Mike Vieira listens to our show, and Kratos, that's his name, Kratos. Mike Vieira listens to our show, and we talked about Eric Miller. He puts like skeletons on his nightstand, or he puts figures on his nightstand, and which is crazy to me. I'm like, if I ever put a figure on my nightstand, my wife would literally shove it down my throat in the middle of the night and suffocate me. That would never happen in my house. But so he thought that was really funny, and he made like we were talking about like, oh, we should turn that into like an award, like an Eric Miller nightstand award or whatever. We were talking about it on the show, and then afterwards, like behind the scenes, like Noah Pratt decided like, I'm actually going to make that a real thing. So he made a nightstand award. We presented it to Eric Treadaway, like right after the G-Con reveal, and it's cool. It's like an actual award, and it looks like he built like a nightstand with a lamp, and he put like a little tiny skeleton on there because like the skeleton Legion Builder 2 that came out, that surprise reveal. This guy, hold on.
You do not have a skeleton Legion. Oh my God, you have.
Not only do I have one, but I made nunchucks and put them on. This is not the nunchucks that come with the 2-pack. I made these nunchucks and gave them to him.
Wow.
Sitting right there on the desk next to me. I know.
Hold on, take a picture. Everybody take a screenshot right now. Unbelievable. This is great. This is great.
So yes. Why was I talking about that? Because the award. Yeah, so we made that award and we gave it to Eric Treadaway. But little did we know, Mike Vieira, who watches the show, heard us talking about it, and he made a skeleton Legion Builder nightstand award, and he gave it to Eric Miller at the con, which was absolutely amazing. It was so cool, and he used like the actual skeleton Legion Builder 2, made it all gold, put it in like a pose so that it looked like an Oscar, like doing the
That's
thing or whatever.
cool.
Yeah, so cool, so cool. You guys
That
have a
is
show, so I'm sure people do. Like you've had this show for a while, and I'm sure people do really cool things for you guys too. So like, we
Oh.
never expected anything like that to come from the Mythic Enablers podcast. Literally, it's just five dudes chatting and talking. If somebody listened, we would be happy for them to do so, but we didn't even expect anybody to like even really care. So for that to happen, like somebody listened to us, like it so much that they like built something based off of what we said. I don't know, just super cool.
That's kind of cool.
This
It's
is
a neat world we live in.
This is a great segue to the next question. You are awesome, my friend. What is the Mythic Enablers podcast, and how did this show come to be?
Nice. Thanks, Rick Emmert, my fellow Floridian. The Mythic Enablers podcast, and how did it come to be? So it's actually pretty simple. It's just it's going to tie into our last question, which I actually realized never answered. How was like the GCon 2024 experience? So this question will tie into that, and I'll actually just answer them both at the same time. It was
Do it.
Do it, make it happen. You can do it. So the Mythic Enablers podcast is just five guys who became friends during that Legions Con 2021, and afterwards we ended up like starting a chat group. I actually was like, okay, this just feels right, and I put five guys in this chat group. It was me, Eric Miller, Noah Pratt, Michael Xavier, and Wyatt Kohler, because we were always together during the whole entire experience. Eric had a car, and we kept driving everywhere. Like the hotel wasn't, the event wasn't at the hotel. You had to drive to everything. So it was close, but you still had to drive. So we always just kept driving with Eric because he had a car. None of us did. And Noah didn't drive in the car, but he just ended up palling around with us and becoming friends with us. So he did end up in the car a few times. But anyway, I digress. So we just met at that. We ended up being like good friends, and we ended up starting this chat group. I was like, this just feels right. So I put these five guys in the chat group, the five of us in this chat group, and we literally talk every single day. I mean, every single day we chat in this chat group since 2021. All of us are in this chat group. We chat every single day in this group. And Noah was like, hey, why don't we like see if we could turn this into a podcast? Maybe people will listen to it, maybe they won't, but like it'll be cool for us to see each other's face. Like we haven't seen all of ourselves together since 2021. We just like chat on Facebook Messenger. So I'm like, yeah, that sounds good. We all agreed. We bought our gear, so we have our microphones and everything like that, put together the podcast, and people actually listen to it, which is like, I don't know why anybody would listen to his chat, but they do, and it's amazing. It's cool. It's fun. I like that they do. But yeah, we just took what we do in our chat group onto microphones, and if nobody listened to it, we were like, it's a cool way for the five of us to be face to face, every 2 weeks and actually see each other, which we hadn't done since 2021. And that brings me back to 2024. Your last question, I didn't answer it actually. What was your Legions Con 2024 experience like? It was actually incredible because it was the first time that all five of us had been back together since that 2021 Legions Con. Wyatt hasn't been back since, and he came to this one last month.
Yeah.
So it was cool getting the whole gang back together and seeing everybody, but also seeing like everyone else, all the friends of you guys, Stephen Bishat, like it's everybody that we know, and then seeing like all of our new friends that we've met through the podcast or just through the cabal over the years, Michael Vieira, Ben Shum Kistanovich, just a bunch of cool people that I chat with and talk with, and everyone. It's just a great experience. It was probably my favorite one. Aside from 2021, I'd say this is probably my favorite one. Getting us all back together was a cool experience.
Nice.
How'd I do? I answered two questions at once, guys. What do you think about that?
I will say there was a time, obviously there's a lot going on at Legions Con. Every day you're just transitioning from one thing to the next. Even if you don't have a table at the con, it can get a little hectic transitioning from all these different things. Yeah. But one of those things was Saturday night. Was My Wife's Gonna Kill Me podcast. Thing they do. No. Whatnot.
Our bromance, our budding bro. Are you gonna reference our budding bromance?
Now let's just say there's this photo of me and you at the now obviously Greg Chikowski took this, and
Big Greg, a fellow figure named after him as well.
But that was actually a good time. I sat there, and then I think you came in and you were like, I need a spot and a seat taken, And I'm like, you can sit here if you want, you know, and it was one of them
sit
type
right
things.
next to me, Mr. Joe.
Now you, if I remember correctly, came in with a black trash bag that was like, it was like a bar. It was like, it just basically brought the black. It was like I've been like at the hood and gangster ghetto things, but I was not expecting Tom Cruise to come in with a black bag of bar tools.
Dude, I have to live up to my cocktail reputation. And actually, I will not lie to you. I wherever I go, I'm basically a walking bar. Like everywhere I go, I come to Thanksgiving with my family. I bring a box with booze. Like I always have a signature drink I'll make during whatever event. Christmas, Easter, I come. I'm prepared, making martinis, whatever. I make things, and everywhere I go, I bring the booze with me. I like to be a party guy. You know, I like to make sure everybody's having a good time. So I shared all of that booze with people. By the way,
you did. You had solo cups in there. You had ice. You had bourbon, you had water,
Tito's, and I had chasers because like a lot of people buy the booze, but they don't get to be a chaser. And it's like I don't just want a glass of.
It was a whole
vodka. What am I gonna do with that?
Stuff.
No.
And, yeah, it was a good time. Now, obviously, me and you were talking. Maybe it wasn't a good idea for us to sit in an event next to one another because we talked, and then actually, I think you were right. Me and you had some pretty funny jokes between. I know we were a little tipsy, but we were coming up with some. If we and you had a microphone instead of Pete McCarthy, I think the crowd would have been roaring way louder than what Pete was giving the crowd because we were coming up with some really funny stuff between me and you.
That's so true. All we were doing was busting out jokes, and it was obviously we were being loud, and the people.
I mean, we followed along. I paid attention to the couples.
Same.
I was, but I was also coming up with some great.
We were. I don't want to toot our own horns, but we were definitely funnier than the actual.
Yeah, we definitely had a good time.
Pete, I love you, buddy, but.
At one point, Greg behind us, I think his words were, "When are you two gonna shut the?" And I turned around and I said, "Greg, I don't tell you how to sell cars. Don't tell me what to do." So, I did say that. I wasn't funny though. I was like, "Oh, Greg, don't tell me." But
please don't crush my skill with your giant ogre hands.
Come on, Greg. Can I have some more? But yeah, so that was a good time. Obviously, at one point I had to leave. I thought there was a medical emergency downstairs. So
I did leave for the medical emergency.
I literally thought I turned around and didn't see Mike, and I was like, "Oh, Mike's down there." I'm thinking CPR stuff, and I'm thinking Mike knows CPR. He's going to do that, and I'll go help him because I know CPR and first aid, so I used to do that. So I figured I would just go assist him because I figured that's what he's doing. And then I get down the lobby, and there was no CPR needed. I mean, nobody needed these lips. Sorry, guys. I'm
certified. I can totally breathe life into your lungs.
And put my lips right onto the yours, you little bastards. And
let me crush your chest with my compressions. I know the moves. I have techniques.
I'm going to give you 32 pumps and a little lick with my tongue, and then another 32 pumps.
This is why we shouldn't get together.
I know.
I think they're never. I think. You know, in class they would they separate you and they put you in different seats. Like you can't sit next to that person anymore. Like that would be us. Like we're not allowed to sit next to each other anymore.
I will give it up to Billy Beige. I think he made it through the whole thing without getting kicked out. So
he did.
No kidding. Good job, Billy.
It was funny because I seen Anthony House still in the back, like,
"Come on, baby, I'm ready to."
Because I think that was him that did that last year. But good time. So yes. Hopefully next year, if my wife's going to do something, maybe we'll sit somebody in between us and then see how that works out.
I think we should sit back together again.
I think we should.
We should just. And this time we should video it because it was funny. I was laughing. You were laughing. Like we were funny.
You know what would be funnier? What would be funnier is them to the game show next year to have you two come up as a couple. That would be fun.
We'd win too easily. It would be unfair to the rest of the contestants.
Yeah, we would win. We would win. Maybe we'll do that to win.
The bromance was budding for sure, and that's a funny picture. I laughed so hard when he posted that because I did.
I know, I did too. Well, I think it was you that told me, like, did you see the post? And I'm like, post? You're like, just go on the internet and see. And I was like, oh. And I'm like, Greg Chikowski tagged you in my wife's support group. I'm like, oh, this is awesome. And you're like, see what I wrote, and it was good stuff.
What did he write? It was so funny. It was like, these two couldn't shut the fuck up during the couples game. They should have been on it or whatever.
Well, Noah Pratt said, when it's true love, nothing else matters, even when you're invited to a live podcast.
It's true. It's true.
I remember.
The best was you, though. You said Broder plus Ophis equals Brofis.
Yeah, Yosef. Broder plus Yosef equals Brosef.
Yes.
Oh,
so,
damn. Damn.
Yeah. That's what was said right there.
And it's not a lie.
It's not. It's
Brosef.
Not a lie.
Yeah. That's sweet.
Oh.
Now I got a question for you, my friend. Brad, did you have something before we go on?
No, go ahead.
Okay.
I'm clicking.
How does it feel, my friend, to be dubbed the Tom Cruise of Mythos? In other words, how does it feel to know you're the best looking human being within the Mythic Legions community other than Mike Casper? What does that feel like?
What?
This makes me laugh every time I hear it. I don't even know how it got started. Oh my god. Yeah, like I don't know. Since my early 20s, people do say I resemble Tom Cruise. I get it a lot. Actually, it's weird to me. I mean, I don't know. I don't know how it started in the cabal. I don't know, but I guess there's worse people to say you look like than Top Gun. So at least we're not like, hey, you look like Danny DeVito, like Tom Cruise. Okay, I'll take it.
Nice. So
nobody wants to look like Danny DeVito.
Even Danny DeVito doesn't want to look like Danny DeVito. Come on, he's got millions of dollars.
So, in all honesty, I didn't know this was a big thing. Is the Tom Cruise thing a big? Do you get it a lot within the community? Okay, that's
not
interesting.
Within the community. I get it a lot. Period.
Wow.
Like I get it a lot. LegionsCon 2021. So I don't know if this is where it actually started, but this is definitely part of it. But LegionsCon 2021, we were in that. Do you guys remember going to that big bar, Mother's?
Yes.
Such a great place, such a cool spot. So I was hanging out, I was talking to Sean Strupp, I was talking to Michael Xavier, Noah Pratt was with us, and this guy's wife kept looking at me from across the bar, and she was kept staring at me, and it became like a thing, and like Mike noticed, and like she eventually comes up, she goes, oh my God, you look just like Tom Cruise. Oh my God. And it's super awkward because her husband's right there and he's like laughing or whatever. And I'm like, thank God he's laughing and not kicking my ass because that would suck. But I don't know if that's actually where it started. I like that might be where it began. Like the Tom Cruise part of it may have began there. Was with that drunk lady at the bar saying it. But no, I've been getting it. It's like since my 20s. I remember I moved down to Florida. First time I can remember anybody saying it was I moved down to Florida and I went to the DMV to get I moved from Maine. I drove down here and I was at the DMV getting my license switched over. It was like the very first full day I was in Florida, and I'm sitting in there in DMV and it's just like a long hallway with chairs lining both sides of the hallway. So you're like looking across at like people in chairs, and I'm in a line of chairs as well too. And I'm sitting there and there's people like in the row all next to me, and this dude like pops his head out of the line and he looks down at me and I'm like, okay. And he was like maybe like 5 people down, and I'm like, I don't know what's happening. So I just keep staring ahead, and then he pops his head back out and he looks at me again, and I'm like, why does this guy keep looking at me? It's getting weird. And I'm getting a little bit nervous because he's like, I'm like this like little scrawny 20-year-old from like nobody from Maine, and this guy is like this big beefy like Mexican looking guy, and I'm like, oh my God, like I don't know why he keeps like popping his head down, and he's like giving me like a hard look. And then he pops his head, he does it again, he pops his head down, and I look at him at the same time, and he goes, man, if your hair was a little bit darker, you look just like a Tom Cruise. And I'm like, oh my God, that's so crazy. Like, that's what you were doing? Like, if your hair was a little bit darker, you look just like a Tom Cruise. Like,
you do?
Like,
what is
thing? Thank God that was what it was. I was like, man, I thought I was like the guy who like slept with his wife or something like that. Like I was gonna get beat up. So
Now, I remember the story a little different. We were at Mother's Ale's house or whatever. And I remember being there, and it was quiet. And
quiet.
I remember,
when was it
I
quiet
remember,
there?
I remember all of a sudden you were over by the jukebox, and you put in a coin, and you picked a song, and it was "You've Lost That Love."
Close your eyes anymore when I kiss your lips.
And
we're doing Mythic Legions karaoke next year.
Remember that? Everybody was singing. Jesse was singing.
Oh my God, Mythic Legions karaoke.
Hey,
wet panties were hitting the wall. They were sticking there. Like, oh yeah.
Weren't there like lion heads up on the thing, and they were just throwing them up there at him?
Oh yeah, Stephen Shoddy threw his up there too. Like he was all in.
I can't believe nobody got any pictures of that. That's hilarious. But that's how I remembered it. But
that would be a cool way. That would be a cool way for it to go down. I've never actually
look at me. It
pulled off I've never pulled off a Tom Cruise scene. I guess maybe the cocktail stuff because I always bring bars with me everywhere I go.
Oh my God! All this talk has is Ramirez going hubba hubba.
Hubba.
Well, hold on. I got to go back here. Hold on.
Not bothered. Hold it.
I put my phone down. What is he saying?
I got to go back to the comments here for a second because some of these are hilarious.
Hubba Hubbard.
If Joe is the Tom Cruise of Mythics, does that make the Enablers the Scientology?
Curtis, go home. You're drunk. Go home, Curtis.
Go home, Curtis.
I read. That was.
I like Wyatt's answer to that. He said, "Jesus, Curtis."
Oh my God, Jesus Christ.
Oh man, hey,
regular Curtis when I get that.
You're gonna have to have your pretty cool there.
Cult peasants.
I like that. If Mythic Legions, oops, I just dropped my phone. If Mythic Legions was like a cult of like Scientology, yeah.
I mean, you got the aviators. I mean, maybe get a bomber jacket for next year and see where it goes. I mean, see, look, you get the glasses. You just need the jacket. Hubba hubba.
Woo!
Is Elron.
That was fun though. That Mother's place was great. I loved that spot for sure.
I think they closed
my favorite
that
place we've ever hung up. Oh man, that sucks.
I think they did because we went to try to hang out there. I think a year or so ago, and like whatever it was, like we looked it up and it's like permanently closed, and we're like, wow.
Oh wow, that was a great atmosphere.
It was. That was a great vibe.
I feel like ever since we've gone to this new hotel, it seems like there's not a whole lot of. Because before there was going out. So I mean, we had to figure out, and Ish and Walter were Ish was usually the one that orchestrated large groups to get.
Oh my God!
Ish was so good at that.
He could do it easily. Ish would just be like, all right, we got like 30, 40, maybe 50 people.
You'll make room.
Right there is Tom Cruise. Maverick, and right there, who is the Revenge of the Nerd guy? Who is his partner? That's Brad. Goose? Oh. Was it Goose?
Oh my God, Anthony Edwards.
Yes,
die, Jesus Christ, I'm dead.
You could be my wingman anytime, Goose.
Can I be? Well, I don't know if I want to be Val Kilmer. I don't know if I want to be Val Kilmer because fuck. That was horrible. I shouldn't have done that.
Brad could make a good Goose, though.
Never do that again.
Goose is tall.
Yeah. I could do Goose. Yeah. Who's Iceman, man?
I mean, you break your neck on the canopy while ejecting, so not the best. Who's Iceman?
Great Balls of Fire. Yeah. See, look, we could be playing Great Balls of Fire.
I mean, clearly, obviously, Mike is Iceman.
Iceman.
Well, yeah, because he's Scapular. He's the bad guy.
Yeah, I'm the bad guy.
You're the bad guy.
You're a danger to everybody when you're up there, man.
Maverick, I can fly better than you, buddy. Yeah.
Shirtless volleyball, anyone? Yeah, baby. Too
Dusty,
bad
pushing
Legion
for
Con's
the
not in the
shirtless.
summer.
It's that time of the show, buddy.
Which time?
Do it.
It gets hot. It gets
gets
really hot,
Why is it hot?
especially in the hot seat, which you're about to sit
No.
down on.
No.
Brad should have mailed you a flame retardant, boxer briefs? Or did Joe ask for the thongs? Because we do have them in thongs.
It's a tea bag. I'm wearing them.
We gave them to another interviewer, and they didn't bring them back. They didn't send them back, so we're
they were dirty. I washed them first, though. I'm not that gross, but I'm wearing them. Flame, and I got my flame sword. I'm ready for the heat.
Oh dang, you are.
Is that from Charles?
No, this came with Warduke, and I put it on Balam's sword.
Oh, gotcha.
Oh, cool.
Pretty badass, though.
It is pretty badass.
What is your favorite Legion's faction or affiliation? And can you explain why?
Well, this is probably not going to come as a surprise to most people.
Can't be Aetheron.
It is.
Oh,
it's Aetheron. I mean, it's no secret that I love Knights, so this is kind of a no-brainer for most folks out there. You're gonna know.
I like
yeah, I don't know. I think my it's because I think like my love of Knights stems back to like my 13-year-old self always wanted to be like the hero, like watching Star Wars and Luke Skywalker grabbing Princess Leia and then swinging off the sail barge or whatever. Like that's a superhero moment. Just always wanted to be like the hero character. I always like that. And then like Knight specifically, I borrowed this book from the library of my school. It was the book of like King Arthur's tales of like knights and stuff like that. And I absolutely fell in love with this book. And this book, I had it out like the whole entire year. It was in my backpack more than it was in the actual school library. And I read like every page of it. I loved all the tales of like Sir Gawain, Sir Bedivere, Sir Tristram, like Galahad, Lancelot, King Arthur, like all of them. Like they're all really, really cool. I love them so much. And the book has like this beautiful art and illustration of knights in it. It's such like a gorgeously made book. So I like that 100%. Like that had to have like influenced me. Like it had badass knights in their badass armor doing badass knight shit. Like it was just awesome. So I loved it. I love the nobility, the chivalry that's like associated with knighthood. I don't know, the idea of like virtue and honor. I just think it's all very cool. Stern Brightblade, I don't know if you guys are familiar with the character from like the Dragonlance novels that Margaret Weiss and Tracy Hickman wrote, but he's a knight, so he was always my favorite character in that trilogy. Him and Huma Dragonbane and the rest of the Knights of Salamia, like they definitely, like reading those books, like definitely helped like reinforce like how much I like Knights. So I don't know, it's been a thing since I was like 13. I always dug Knights, so that's my favorite faction.
Nice.
and it's deeply ingrained in me. So like getting me to change or pulling that out of me, that's gonna be tough.
What is your favorite Legion's race? And can you explain why?
So like what is your race and why? So like humans, dwarves, and elves, I guess, because of like the familiarity to like real life. Maybe that like associated with real life. And also probably because like they're the heroes in Lord of the Rings too, which is like a big influence on like what I like about fantasy. So that probably helped reinforce it. I don't really dig like gnarly looking stuff though. Like you won't find posters of skeletons on my walls, or toys of like zombies or demons or monsters or anything like that. I'm just not into looking at that kind of stuff. I don't want it to be like displayed in my house. I don't like seeing that kind of stuff. I don't really dig the orcs, the goblins, the skeletons, demons, like Krampus, etc. Like all that kind of stuff. Like to me, those like in the movies are like the evil obstacles that like the good guys have to overcome. So, I don't know. It's like I don't like watching horror movies or like seeing people getting tortured or like ripped apart or like brutally killed, like gory stuff like that. Like it's like definitely not my gig. That being said, though, I do love the vampires, and I don't know why. Like, I do think they're super cool. When I was younger, I read all the Anne Rice Vampire Chronicle books, so like that might have influenced that. But like when I like later on, I'll try and show you the collection a little bit. And there's like a whole section. I have all the vampires, so I dig them, but definitely probably humans, dwarves, and elves. I definitely that's gonna be my favorite stuff.
And I can see where you like the vampires because they, like in Underworld, they're very regal and all that, kind of like knightly, I would say. So I can see, but to what you said, every hero isn't a hero unless he has a baddie to fight.
Yeah. Luke Skywalker wouldn't be Luke Skywalker without Darth Vader.
You got, well, he wouldn't be Luke Skywalker at all without Darth Vader.
That's true. That's true, Daddy-O. Hey, Daddy-O.
Joe, what race that doesn't exist already in Legions would you like to see made?
So race or character types? Because I definitely like to see like more rogues in the line. Me and Jeremy share that in common. I really dig rogues as well as knights. So like Kai Pasha is one of my most anticipated figures. I can't wait for that figure to come out. He's awesome to begin with, but then he also has like a ton of cool parts for like custom fodder. So I've got like a lot of cool stuff planned for him. I'm really anticipating getting a few of those in hand. Like I bought a bunch of those. I think I'm excited to see what Eric Treadaway's take on pirates will be. Because I think Jeremy said that they won't look like your traditional pirates. So that's interesting to me. Like, what does that mean? Because like most pirates are just like dressed in like raggedy type clothing, right? They're like nothing crazy, which could really be anyone. But like, what does traditional pirate look like? A traditional pirate look refer to? Like, what is he referring to when he says that? Like, are you thinking like Captain Hook from the Robin Williams Hook movie, like with the buttoned up, brocade and like the big, like puffy sleeves and like the big hat with the feather and stuff like that? Like, will they not look like that? Because I don't want them to look like that. That's like a 17th century kind of look. So I hope they don't look like that. But is that what he means? Like, well, they won't look like that, but what will like what will define what an actual pirate looks like? Because like they kind of are sort of just like raggedy clothed sort of slovenly characters, I guess. So like, I don't know. I'm interested to see what it will be like, that sort of flamboyantly dressed pirate with like the button up brocades. I don't think they'll be that, but whatever he does come up with, like, I know it's going to be cool because like he's just got such a great imagination. Everything he does, like, even if I know what it's going to be, like, it ends up coming out like so much cooler than what I'm thinking it's going to look like. So,
well, and the seamen and the mermen are coming soon.
Watch it with seamen.
Well, I agree with Curtis here. Curtis says, I don't think we get pirates. I think we get Vikings. I would love to see Vikings.
Vikings would be super cool, man. We've already got Broder.
Well,
like he
I
can
was
be
going to
the
say, since I'm
precursor.
the first Viking, I would love to have Fam. Definitely would love to have Fam.
Yeah, there's a whole place, Vikingfell, right?
Yes.
But, I mean, obviously, Broder, is, second in line now that Atlas wants to come back, and I'm like, it's cool, dude. I'll show you around, bro. It's cool. That's why they call me
I'll give
Broder.
you a tour.
Cool. Yeah, I'll give you a little tour. Here's your bear, bro. It's over there.
Hey, Mike. Got a joke for you.
To me?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. Do it, baby. I didn't know if you were talking about someone in the chat.
No, you, brother. What are you when you leave the Navy? What are you?
Oh, when you're an ex-seaman?
You're a discharged seaman.
Discharged seaman.
Oh, man. Man, merman. Yes, merman. We want a merman tribute.
No.
Sea elves. I think sea elves would be cool too.
That would be different. Yeah, absolutely.
They have those in Dragonlance, and they're kind of cool.
My friend, what are your top 5 favorite Legions figures and why?
Very tough question. Gentlemen, you bring it. You definitely bring it. You make people
We
think.
bring it, baby. That's why it's a hot seat.
Bring
You
it, baby.
feel the temperature on your butt right now.
I've got my flaming sword, though. I have the strength to withstand the fury of your flames. Hadouken! Let's see. So for the longest time, my favorite figure in the line was always the Deluxe Legion Builder 1, the Night Builder. Deluxe Night Builder 1. But I am 100% sure that when the Blue Shield Soldier comes out, that's going to be my top number 1 figure.
Gotcha.
So,
That looks nice.
yeah. So based on looks, the Blue Shield Soldier, probably going to be my top favorite figure. Sir Elijah, super looking forward to. A bunch of my favorite figures actually haven't come out yet. So Sir Elijah, Sir Andrew, I think looks super rad. I'm actually regretting I didn't order more of him. I've got 3 coming, but that I don't think that's going to be enough. Sir Elijah, I've got 9 of him coming, and hopefully that will be enough. That was our first look at the new Night Body, right? That was like the first guy that came out, cool looking Templar. Like, yeah, you did arrive just in time, Chris. It's about to get hot in here. And then Sir Gideon 2 and Magnus. So those are probably like my top favorite ones. Magnus is just rad.
Those are good ones. Those are definitely some good ones.
But I'm a customizer also. Like, first and foremost, I'm a customizer. Like, when I look around my room and my collection, like, not very many figures are how they come out of the box. A lot of them are just customized in some way. Some small ways, some like fully. Some just have like a different head on them or whatever, painted head. But as a customizer, I would definitely throw in Valak, Bardrick, Dubon, the Valiant Knight, Black Knight, and the Zylernian Guards as figures.
He's bringing it.
Oh,
He's
yeah.
bringing
like many multiples of those.
Did I hold on? Did I hear Osif of the Golden Spear in there? I don't think I heard that.
Well, he's humble. He's humble.
I
He's
can't.
not.
I mean, that's like wearing like your own band's T-shirt to the concert.
Well, yeah, you know it's already won, but you can't say that one. That's like a +1. It's like that's the best. But yeah.
Oh,
I'm the same way. I wouldn't say Broder, even though I know it kicks everyone's ass. That's fine.
Yeah, for sure. Like,
yeah, especially the
if I said
Furious
Yosef,
4.
it's like just like, oh, everything else decimated. Atomic bomb.
Nice. Oh yeah, Enoch. Forget about Enoch.
Oh, Brad, turn the heat up. Turn the heat up on him. Water, dude. Take the water. Get him something to dab.
Other side.
If you would ask the question, what's your favorite movie, that would be on there. It would be like one of the top 3.
Give me your least favorite Legions figures. And why?
I can give you 2 for sure. And actually, Brad's kind of on the segue to number 3.
Oh!
What is it?
Not what you're thinking. Not what you're thinking. So
Hold my jaw in. Hold my jaw in.
My two right off the bat, I could tell you like really quickly. It's Azar and Zazar. I do not like Azar and Zazar.
Oh, the demons.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
So I already mentioned that I don't like gnarly looking things, demons and stuff like that. So like I don't want them hanging around. And those guys definitely fit the bill.
Screw those guys.
But the third one that you were kind of segueing to with Marley, it's actually a ghost of a different cut. Hagnon. I just don't like him, and like
Which
just
Hagnon?
out of principle, I don't like him, and I hate that.
He's
color.
a knight. He's a knight.
He's a ghost, and I don't like him, and he doesn't need to be made, and he doesn't need to have a second version of
He's
it.
part of either.
You enabled him to get a reboot, and that can never be forgiven, sir.
So wait a minute, Colin.
Never, Colin.
Oh my God!
Never.
I can
Look at
see
this
right
face.
now
Look at it.
a
Never.
claymation battle between Joe and Cullen over this subject. Could you see that?
I was gonna pull him out, but I don't want Joe to get upset, so we won't even pull him out.
Don't even do it. I'll lose it.
He's
I'll
right
go crazy.
there. Out here, like
Computer
I'll
off the
move over here
desk.
so you can't see him.
I'll slide the whole castle off the desk. I'll wreck this place.
There we go.
Joe starts in the clay. Joe starts shoving both colored Hagnons down Cullen's throat. Cullen starts. I don't know what he would do, but he would fight back. Oh my God.
Yeah,
You
there's-
guys-
Colin was actually being he was BSing earlier in the comment section when he said you liked Hagnons. I get it now. It
Yeah,
makes
yeah.
sense.
Me
So
and
I
him have like an
still-
eternal fight
Gotcha,
about
gotcha.
that
It makes
Hagnon.
sense now.
He pushed
Now-
for it in the All Stars like voting or whatever to get that brought up.
Hagnon, the OG bread and Oh fuck! Shit, that was great. Oh my god, we are pretty pasty white.
what show am I thinking of? The claymation battle show. What was that called? Do
Oh,
you guys remember that? What was that?
yeah, it was on MTV.
Yeah, you were talking about the celebrity
Deathmatch.
celebrity deathmatch.
That show was great. Yeah, get
That
me
was.
Oh my
get me and
God.
Cullen in claymation.
What we need to do is get Cullen to come out with the Celebrity Legions death matches. So you'd have Scapular fight whoever. You'd have Broder fight whoever. That would be so freaking awesome.
Broder kicking Delta Gar's ass. Yeah.
Oh my God. Oh shoot.
You like
Oh, my
that
God.
green? We've never seen it before, ever.
Take my titty, Pauldron.
Take this milk, bitch.
Bam, bam, bam. Just charging through shit.
Oh
Just
shit.
charging through. People's heads are like spiking on my freaking floor.
Oh
Oh,
my god, this just got off the rails quick.
I know. Yeah, we
we got
the
through
things
the
that
30.
happen when you get me and Joe together. Sorry, guys.
See, this is why the bromance is it's in full bloom right now.
We're full blow.
Well, I will say though, like, so those are my three. Like, that's probably like my three least. But there's a lot I don't like, so I'm not into the Works and the Goblins and the Skeletons and stuff like that. But like, I say this to my friends all the time. Like, just because just because it's not for me, doesn't mean that like I don't recognize when something is cool. Like when it comes out.
Oh,
Who's the guy that's in the new wave with like the smoke, the Efreet guy? Jehanum,
Oh,
I think his name is.
Just JSM.
Jehanum. Yeah, Jehanum. It's a cool figure, man. Like that's a rad figure. It's not for me, but like I recognize it. Like when I see it, I'm like, I can tell that is
yeah.
a very cool looking thing. It's very cool. It's not my jam, but like not everything has to be for me. So like a lot of things come out in the line that like aren't necessarily for me. Like the Hagnon, I guess Hagnon is it's Cullen's thing. So I'm happy for him that he's got it. People that want like crazy looking psycho demon things like smoke bodies and like giant horn heads or whatever. There's people in the line that love that stuff. So like I'm happy that they get that too. I don't hate it when it comes out. That I don't hate that it's coming out. Like I'm happy that it's coming out because it just brings like more people to the line that like they do like that kind of stuff. And there's plenty of stuff in the line for me as it is. So there's things I don't like and I don't want to display or whatever. But like I said, like I don't always, I do recognize when it's cool. Now the banana demon, pushing it.
You could see where they're
Pushing it.
just yeah.
A yellow and blue demon, they're not cool to me, but people love them, and that's cool. They have them, so that's good.
My friend,
Yes.
which tribute figure is your favorite? Broder of Bjorngar or Amir Kaspar Scapular, the Crypt Breaker 2? Oh my gosh.
Oh,
He is
man.
thinking right now. Oh my gosh. I can't believe he's even thinking I might have a chance.
I feel like I'm being set up right now. Oh, can I say myself?
No, you can't. You're on the hot seat, baby.
So I would say this. It's tough to answer this question because I ordered 3 Broders and I ordered 3 Scapulars, but I ordered 3 Yosef of the Golden Spear as well too. So I'm going to say it's a 3-way tie between the 3 of us.
Okay.
Okay. So I won. That's right. I won.
Thank God I didn't go down to defeat 3 weeks in a row.
No.
I think you know what we need to do, Brad. You know what we need to do now?
What's that?
Knight him. Knight him.
That's right.
Night-
Here in the Legion's lair, I will pull out the
Wait.
Thessalonian sword.
wait, do I need to get down on one knee?
Yes.
Yes, you will get down on one knee,
Okay.
and I
I'm
will
on
look
my
at
knees.
you, and I will say, "There you go, Joseph. I mean, Joseph. You little knight bastard. You have now been knighted in the
Oh, you
Legion
nicked my
there."
ear. You got so
Oh,
close.
sorry, I
Jeez.
clipped an ear. I
Oh,
clipped an ear.
it's okay. It's
All
okay.
right, hold on. I
It's
clipped
only a
an ear.
flesh wound.
It's all right. There's a little blood there. I lick it off. It's like B negative or something. I don't know.
The lamentations of your women.
The lamentations of your blood is delicious. Oh, what happened? Okay, there we go. How much for gone? I was like, there.
You have made it through the hot seat, my friend. How do you feel? Have you lost weight with all the heat?
Yeah, I feel good. I definitely feel like I
Better
came out
than
on the
a
other
workout.
side. A healthy. I got on the other side. Yeah, need a little water.
Cool down there, guy.
My friend, would
It's
you
been
be
very, very, very hot on this hot seat.
my friend, would you be kind enough to show us your Legion's collection, your AKA Legion's Lair?
I would be kind enough to do so. So
You're
I
awesome.
am going to try to do this.
Are you on a phone or a computer?
Can do it.
I'm on a computer. I'm on a laptop, and it's sitting in
Laptop?
front of me. I'm gonna try and do this, and it may be awkward. I think when I do it, I'll have to unplug my mic, which is plugged into my computer, so I don't think I'll be able to talk during it. And I definitely have to unplug the power cord from it, so it may like spaz for like a second, but
Okay.
it should show after that. But yeah,
Okay.
I'm happy to show you around. Again, you're not gonna be able to hear me. Sorry about that, guys. But I'm gonna
We'll
unplug
try.
this.
You can talk still if you want. Well, I mean, we'll pretend to hear you.
I mean, I'm gonna have to face away from me, so you definitely won't hear me.
I'll narrate as best I
Yes.
can.
Do it, Brad. You got this.
Okay, well,
I'll
I'm
do
going
it.
to unplug the microphone, and there's actually a
Yeah.
possibility that my computer is going to automatically connect to this headset, so maybe you'll be able to hear me. We'll figure it
Okay.
out.
Okay. All right. We'll do it.
You need to narrate in Arnold.
You know, Arnold.
Dude in Arnold.
I need to see all the little knighties and all the little armors. I don't want to see any bear skins at all. I want to see nothing but helmeted, knighted people.
I want to be blinded by the shining light of the armor. This is too
That's
much. I
right.
cannot
don't want to
handle it.
see
My
any
eyes are,
skin.
my irises are burning out of my skull. They're melting.
My little retinas, they are
Alright.
twisting in the back of my eyes.
All right, I'm going to unplug this thing. Okay.
All right. Let's do it. Let's do it.
Ooh,
I,
Oh my
Jackie, I
God.
swear to God, we knighted you. Didn't we knight Jackie?
we
No.
did knight Jackie?
I swear to God, we did. No.
Oh my God, knight her right now. I'm sorry, Joe. We got a knight. Jackie, we're knighting you right now.
Hold on. Where are you at, Jackie? Hold on. Line up. I need you. Wherever you are, Jackie, just put your
No
head
piggy
by the phone.
casting.
Look into it. There you are. You are knighted, little
You are
Jackie.
knighted.
That is right. You are knighted.
Can you hear me?
I can.
Oh, that's cool. My headset's working. I've never
It's
used it on StreamYard before.
Sweet.
I
Does-
forgot.
Does it sound terrible?
Damn you.
Nice.
Let's do it.
Okay. So does this sound terrible, or can you actually hear me?
Sounds great.
Sounds good.
Sweet. All right. I'm unplugging the power.
Ooh, someone says that is a nice looking castle back there. Yes, it is.
It is. I want to know more about the castle.
Show me a little castles.
Okay. I can see you guys. Can you see me?
I can see
Yep.
you. Actually, you know what I'll do is I'll make you big, and we'll just lay out of here. How about that?
Hell yeah, you're gonna make me big. Come on, man.
Can you hear us?
Come on. All right. So, oh, I can hear you for sure. Yeah.
All right, sweet. So we're good. You're good. We're still talking
All right.
here. This is
Okay,
this is Bro
so-
Joe Cam.
I'm gonna
Joe
flip this
Bro
around.
Cam. Do it. And actually, I'll voila.
Okay. So this is my desk where I work every day.
Nice.
That box is not
Very
usually
cool.
there. My laptop was set up on it so that I could do this call with you guys. But as you can see on both sides of my keyboard, yeah, so here's my keyboard. And on both sides of the keyboard, there's just parts on my desk all the time. There's not usually that box there. That's just where this laptop was set up so that I could have this call with you guys. But yeah, and this is not usually there. That's my rig, but this is where I work every day, which I get very little work done because I'm usually playing with Mythic Legions toys. And then there's some shelves in the corner over here. And
So is
yeah,
what on your desk right now could be on what's on your desk Wednesday tomorrow?
it could be.
It could be something. Okay, yeah, something on
Yeah,
there.
yeah. So I'm doing this on my laptop. I apologize for poor quality, or it's always hard to kind of like get the camera
That's a
angle
lot of
right. But
parts. That's a lot of
yeah,
parts.
yeah. This is generally what the side of my desk looks like. I clean this up every once in a while. There's actually um, a bunch of parts in this cabinet.
Oh boy.
In all these boxes, there's just a ton of parts in there. We won't go in there though. That's not part of the tour. All right, so that's my desk. And then I've got some shelves over here on the wall. There's a cool display. The diode that's in here was made by Travis's wife, Heidi Bowles.
Nice.
She made that for me, and there's a Conan figure on there. And
I didn't
then,
know she was skilled in those fields.
yeah, I think she only did it for a little while. I think she just got into it for like a hot minute, and she doesn't really do it anymore. I asked her about it, and she wasn't really into making anymore, but she did make me two, and that's one of them. Then we got
Sweet.
some like a little mini shelf of knights. We've got like a random shelf of some like random guys. There's some stuff by Noah Pratt in here, some stuff by Giovanni. Giovanni gave me this guy right here, Giovanni Blyden. And then I got another shelf over here, which is all my Rangers. I think Rangers would be a cool, like more Rangers. I've got like a whole shelf of Rangers right here. Customs, they're all customed up.
That's really cool.
We've got,
Yeah.
thanks guys. We got Barbarians up here.
Nice.
Oh man, you should see me contorting to try and hold this laptop up here to show this to you guys. But that's my Barbarian shelf. There's a bunch of those guys, so Broder will be up there, throwing his hand up as well. I've got
Hell
some
yeah.
angels up here that I've got, and Yosef with the Golden Spear is going to definitely have to join those ladies.
Definitely.
I've got two of the horsemen, and I'm going to have to figure out a situation to get the other two up there because I have to display Necronomicus and Poxus as well. I've got both of them. But that's this side of the room, so there's not like a lot of legions on this side. But when we turn around,
Holy moly.
it does get a little bit different. So we've got shelves. I'll try and give you a quick view. We've got shelves that go from the ceiling. I mean, those dwarves' heads are literally touching my ceiling, all the way down to
Wow.
the floor. So get back in there. So we've got those shelves. We've got, I know you guys want to see the castle. We'll get to that. That's on a big old stand. But on the other side of this castle is the same exact configuration of shelves going from the ceiling
Templars.
and down to the floor. This side of the room is a little bit messy. This side of the room has like boxes and stuff like that, but there's like miscellaneous guys in these. There's some miscellaneous customs in these. We definitely have some knights, and this is actually a second dio that Heidi made for me.
Damn.
Templars in there, and then I bought some like fish dio stuff from the pet store to make a little display for the Xylonis flock.
Asterion.
And Asterion, I see you there, you bull-headed mother.
I love him.
I love you. And then we've got some more Xylonis flock. There's some Poxus characters in here. I'm gonna have to definitely redo this to fit some more of those guys. And I do like XES Ray a lot, so I collected the first. Let me see if I get this in here. The first couple waves of them.
Yeah.
But I can't get this to be straight and not.
I see you got a couple intern for a day busts there, feller.
Yep, I do. Let's see if I get in there. But I think that I'm going to end up selling these or trading this way, and this shelf is probably going to end up having more Mythic Legions on it. I just kind of stopped collecting them after the second wave. I'm not really into them that much anymore. But so those guys are up there. And for anybody watching, I do have this Malleus wave, Malleus bust.
I'm interested.
I would love to trade this to anybody who got the Xylernian guard bust at this year's
Oh,
Intern.
that's not me.
Yeah. So if anybody out there has a Xylernian guard bust and they want to trade it for a skeleton bust, I've got that guy. And
Okay,
Xylernian
hey,
guard,
we can do a three-way, Joe.
yeah,
Maybe they
A
want
three-way.
Belfagor instead.
I'm down for threes.
I
Threesomes.
got
What's going on,
Belfagor.
Bubba?
So if they have the Xylernian, but they want Belfagor, then I trade them Belfagor. They give you the Xylernian, and
There
I
you
get
go.
It's funny because I traded Belfagor for Magnus.
no kidding.
Yeah, that's how I got my Magnus.
Ah, nice.
Yeah.
Because I
That's it.
am in the market for the Malleus bust. So
Wow.
see if we can. If you ever get someone who says, "Oh shoot, I wish I could do I would like the Belfagor," you know what we can do.
Okay.
Three-way it, man.
All right.
I
Or
send
do you mean? I think Curtis is saying there was a Xylernian guard bust. Are you talking about the Violent Knight that they just did?
Yeah, isn't that what I said?
No, you said Xylernian
You
guard.
said Violent-
Oh,
but
that was a mistake.
I
My bad.
think I knew what you meant. But yeah, I think you did say that.
Yeah, that was a mistake. I'm sorry.
Yeah, Violent Knight.
Yeah, if anybody has with the Valiant Knight from
Valiant
the
Knight.
most
So-
recent Intern that they gave out, I would love to trade Malleus for a Valiant Knight. So if you're out there, just throwing it out. But the end of my part of the rest of my tour brings you over here to this. I'm gonna pull back so you can kind of see it. I have this like Chinese curtain kind of thing
Yeah.
over here. It blocks the window so I don't have sunlight or people looking into my window while I'm working at the desk during the day. But I turned it into a little bit of a display. It's nothing fancy, but there's just a couple little sections. There's my Anemon for you guys. I know that Mike will like that.
I like it. Hey man.
Rhaegar.
Igor.
Rhaegar. I'll save that last one for last. Got another one. I gotta have you'd be surprised. I have a skeleton in here. I've got the unbuttoned one. I've got fleshy Brother Man Davis.
Huh?
And what do we got?
Oh, that's really cool, Joe.
Yeah.
I got
Brother,
some baddies. I don't only like knights. I like baddies that look like knights. So got some bad guys in there. Scrolling over here to this side. Couple gladiators they made. Halmir, my favorite dwarf. Halmir. I hope I couldn't. I'm so
Halmir's
sad
cool.
that he didn't win All Stars. And then just some other random guys. They made another rogue. Cool, like spray painted out the who is this guy? Lord.
Dragul.
No, not Lord Dragul.
Oh no, that's Vorgus. Isn't that a Vorgus?
No,
no.
none of this.
that's
Baron Bollinger.
Baron Bollinger.
Yeah, Baron Vollinger, that's it. Yeah, spray painted that up black, so he's kind of like a Black Knight version or whatever. But yeah, some characters there. And then my favorite part is
Oh, look.
Oh boy.
the
The
Enablers.
So
And
Wyatt's on the far right.
Yep.
And then, of course, Mike is on the far left. Joe, you're going to be the knight on the other side.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, now, obviously, the beard is going to be Eric Miller.
So that's Noah Pratt.
And he's gonna wear
Noah's
this
barbarian.
skeleton because he loves the skeletons. And Noah's our go-to guy that gets everything done. Like he just charges through, and if there's a problem, he makes it not a problem. So he's like our charging barbarian, and he's also in our D&D session that we have. He's a barbarian character too. So I felt
That
was kinda
is
fitting.
cool.
Nice.
Plus, he painted that head and gave it to me last year at Legion's Con as a gift for helping him out at his table. And so I put it on here, and I paint matched the body as best I could to the skin tone to kind of make a barbarian character out of him. So that's our Noah.
So
That's
Zendi is basically just stock.
Yes, except I did paint it. So like the head is
Okay,
not-
so you did give it a little bit of a Joe touch.
Yeah. Because Zenday's a little bit darker than actual Mike, so I just painted the head to
Gotcha.
look more like Mike's colors.
Nice.
Nice.
And then I know that you guys want to see the castle, so
Yes.
Oh, good.
let's move this chair out of the way. So the castle was made by a guy named Sammy Maxwell in Scotland. and he put it up in the Cabal for sale, and we talked about it, and we made a deal, and I bought this from him. And when it arrived in a box that was so big on my doorstep that it took up my entire stoop
Wow.
in front of my house. Like you couldn't walk into my door past it because it literally was like an inch on either side of the box to get it in. Like you could have shipped a human from Scotland to me in this box.
So
It's
cool,
so big.
man.
Yeah, there's over 50, I mean, there's over 60 nights on it at the moment.
So
Damn.
cool.
Yeah.
So it doesn't come apart. It came exactly like that.
It's pieces.
Okay. Okay.
So each one of the towers is separate.
Okay.
So you could, I'll pull back so you can see it. Each one of the towers would be separate, and then like the front gate part of
The
it
middle.
is a separate piece too.
Gotcha.
So it's like 3 pieces.
Damn.
And the door comes out, but I like the door, so I
Yeah.
keep it in there.
Hell yeah.
Yeah. We
Nice.
got,
No, that looks awesome. Now, how long have you had that?
I've had this, I don't know, maybe like 2 years, a year and a half, 2 years.
Okay.
Yeah.
So cool, man.
It was so cool. I had to buy this thing from him, and ended up being for something this big, like a great, like he gave me such a great price on it for a diode and shipped across from Scotland. So
No doubt.
yeah,
Yeah,
really dope.
beautiful.
Oh, I didn't show you this. I didn't show you in these. I'll do them real quick, but like there's some miscellaneous customs in there. There's Dark Elves over here. I've got a Drizzt custom.
Oh yeah.
Probably can't see it too well. It's kind of in the corner in the dark in the
Yep.
shadows.
Can see it.
I got an elf with the first head I ever painted. That's from Planetary Dog Toys. All my dwarfs are up here.
Nice.
Got a couple dwarfs over here in the corner too.
Oh, there he is.
Oh, he has the brawler in there.
I do. The brawler's a bad little mamma jamma. He looks like Jersey Shore Jim Tan Laundry over here.
Damn.
And then I told you guys I like the vampires, so it's kind of probably going to be hard to see them in
Man.
there, but I've got a cool little setup with the vampires, and I got their little banners and the skulls over there on the side, just because they're bad mamma jammas. But they're all in there. Baron Volgers in the top. Jerry Ghoul's in there. It's a little D&D party over here with a knight and Faunus and a barbarian, and there was a rogue in there, but I took him out and I reconfigured him, so I haven't put him back in there yet. And a little warrior. Some more knights and customs up in here.
Nice.
Extra Gideon. I put a Motu head on there. Kind of looks cool.
That is cool.
Valgard.
Yes, sir, Valgard.
Yeah. Then we got some knights back there. Some miscellaneous baddies. You can't really see the shelf too well, so it doesn't get too much cool stuff in it because you can't see it. But I do have really prominently in the front that you can see this really awesome. Oops, I knocked something off of my shoulder. You guys can't see it on screen, but I have this really cool head that Eric Miller painted. It's like kind of like Gorgon kind of looking head. And I happened to put it on Purpler's body, and
it looks great on Purpler.
So good.
Yeah.
Yeah. And then there's some more dwarves up there.
It's funny, Eric Miller does that a lot. Like he paints stuff and he doesn't realize that it actually paint matches certain things.
Yeah.
Because I bought heads off him and I put them on things and he's like, that looks great. I'm like, dude, it just literally popped and swapped. Like he's like,
yeah, but he doesn't. You're right.
I didn't mean to do that.
I talk to him all the time, and he doesn't paint match anything, but like a lot of times it just happens to match something, and it looks awesome. So yeah.
Yeah, he's good at that, definitely.
Yeah. But that's kind of the collection. I don't know. What do you guys think? Oh, I forgot the shelf up here.
Oh.
Love it, man.
Yeah, no, it looks freaking great.
Get it in the damn.
And to think like this is like right, where you work, your workspace. So it's all you're just surrounded by it.
Yeah, I get nothing done all day.
You're getting nothing done.
If I'm on a conference call, I'm usually playing with parts of my desk.
Enabling.
Nice.
Hell yeah, dude. Love it.
I hope that lived up to the hype, guys.
No,
dude. Beautiful, my friend.
Oh, hold up. Where'd I go?
Did we lose Joe?
There. Oh, no. I was clicking the wrong buttons. Sorry, guys.
Oh, my gosh.
I'm still here.
Scared you, didn't I?
Should I flip back to my microphone so you can hear me better, or is this...
Oh, it doesn't matter. Whatever you want to do.
Yeah, whatever you want to do. We can hear you fine now.
I didn't get anywhere.
We're
Jackie,
gonna
I don't get it. I don't get any work done, Jackie. I'm just playing with toys all day long.
Yeah. Oh God, yes. Would you be up to answering questions from the chat?
I could try, sure.
Okay.
People.
This is the time, guys. Ask Joe anything, and if he
Within reason.
within reason, yes, within reason.
So
Keep it
Joe, we
classy,
just
people.
saw
Keep
your
it classy.
collection. Yeah, keep it classy. Keep it classy.
I
We
get
just
to.
saw your collection and we saw a lot of customs. So I'll ask you this: how many customs do you think you have? Is there not a number? You're just like, I don't count. I just do them.
I have no idea. I have no idea because like I'll take even like your most basic character and I might like swap out some parts with it or whatever, make it a little bit different. And I consider that a custom. Like it doesn't have to be like a fully painted figure.
I mean, I would
So
say you probably have hundreds because some of those shelves have dozens, if not more, in
yeah,
each one. So
that's probably a good guess.
yeah, I mean, just yeah. I was Rain Manning it the whole time, counting like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5,
100 customs. I get the.
yeah,
I've got 100
Joe's
customs.
got 200, 215 Mythic Legion figures.
I'm a great driver. Yes.
Gotta go see Judge Wapner. Gotta go see Judge Wapner.
What, Joe? What
Another
toy
Tom Cruise
line?
movie, by the way.
It was another Christmas movie.
I see what you did there.
I didn't even.
I see what you did there.
I see what you did there. I did something I didn't even know I did it. Boom.
What toy lines did you collect as a kid, and which toy lines had the most influence on you?
I had this actually out, but I dropped my screen that had that info on it. But I definitely my two biggest ones were definitely GI Joes, huge GI Joes. I had all the figures, all the jets, like all the vehicles. I had the USS Flag. I had the you have the aircraft carrier?
Oh yeah.
Yeah. I had that as a kid. Ooh, look at that sexy aircraft carrier. Good looking.
Yeah.
I actually, when I was a kid, I got it when I was like 7. When I was a kid, I mean, it's 7 feet long, so like
Yeah.
it was bigger than me. I could lay down next to it. I actually slept on it one night as a child.
Wow.
Yeah. Yeah.
Wow.
But G.I. Joe is probably like my biggest one, and then Star Wars is definitely probably the second biggest one. But I played with everything. My parents bought me a ton of toys. Like I was not a video game person at all growing up. They weren't as prominent as they are now. So I don't know, like Sky Commanders, Silverhawks, He-Man, Guts, Army Ants,
Guts.
Guts,
Remember
just tons of Mask, Transformers. Yeah, everything. I played with everything, all the toys, and I was actually customizing when I was a kid. I was thinking back to it recently, and I'm like, man, I've been customizing for a super long time. When I was like, it's like a 7-year-old kid with my GI Joes. I was swapping out heads. I was putting like Duke's head on Snake Eyes to have like an unmasked Snake Eyes. Like I was doing my thing back then, even back then. So
Oh, that's cool, man.
yeah. I didn't even realize I'm like whenever you're a kid, you don't consider that customizing. When I look back, I'm like, oh yeah, shit, I was making different guys. I'd pull them apart, I'd put different arms on them, like unscrew the backs. I'd make different Joes. So yeah,
See,
Spawn
I do that
figures.
now, but back then I was scared we'd break one. We're like, oh God, don't show mom.
It's just a screw. Like you just unscrew the back
Yeah.
and boom, you get access to the whole figure.
Well, of
Comes in
course, we
half.
didn't have the little O-ring, so my brother get like the smallest rubber band he could, and we would like triple, quadruple loop it to try to. He'd still like look like
Yeah,
Pinocchio, but it
yeah.
would work.
Sometimes you'd mess around with those Joes too much, and you'd snap the O-ring in half, and you'd have like half a body and the legs like
Yeah.
flopping around below.
I
We all
just
did
threw it
that.
in the aliens toys and made it look like
Yeah.
it was what's the one cyborg that got there, the one
Yep.
android
Yep.
that got throw a little milk down there, make it look like a little like
What was that guy's name?
android juice. It's good.
Duncan or Duke or something? I can't remember his name, but
Good times. Let's see. What industry do you work in? It says Jim Vargas. Is it related to collectibles?
what industry do I? So I'm in property management. I'm actually
Oh,
real estate property management. So
there you go.
big apartment communities like multifamily property management. So big apartment communities like when you go and you see like a 300 unit apartment community, like the property has like multi buildings all over the property, or the high rises and mid rise apartment communities. My company manages those, owns those, and manages those. So I work in that industry.
Hell yeah.
I used to be on site like an actual property manager of like actual like communities, but that's a hard job and I got out of it. So now I'm in the corporate office doing other things.
That's like being a probation officer or something.
Oh my God, it's so hard. Let me tell you
They can
what, when
think
you're
you
in your
don't want to do
office,
that.
no, when you're in your office and like like a resident comes in and complains like, "Hey, the people that live above me, they have sex too loud and I can't sleep." Like,
Yeah.
how do you address that with somebody? That's hard. Like, how do you go to that person and be
You're
like,
like, well, ma'am, I'm gonna need some evidence.
I'm getting noise complaints from you. Could you keep it down?
You
I'm
have
very
any
quiet. I'm a
recordings?
very quiet person. I do not make a lot of noise. I do not stomp around the apartment. I don't play my music loud. No, it wasn't about music and it wasn't about like loud stomping. It was other stuff. And they're like, "What are you talking about? I'm very quiet." Like, at night, like late at
Be
night.
like, see, you were going to Pound Town and
Yeah.
everyone can hear you.
And you're trying to like beat around the bush without coming right at me. I'm like, dude, you fuck too loud.
Oh, Rob,
You.
Tell your
Rob's the
woman to stop
four on
screaming.
that.
But congrats to you. Good for you.
Oh, Rob. Oh
We're-
boy, Rob's asking the kid. He's going for the jugular here. What does the
Hates it.
wife think of collecting Mythic Legion's world?
Hates it. It's not a good vibe.
Do
Oh.
you think she would ever come to Legion's Con?
No, never.
No. Oh no. Even though we're a good time.
Yeah, no, no.
Now, let me ask you,
It's a
well,
little
you
bit
know,
of a bummer to me, but yeah.
That's all right.
yeah,
It's not for everybody. It's not
yeah,
for everybody, right? Right?
No,
Right?
no, no. I know that. I don't expect like to be into it and like following it or anything like that, but it's a little sore.
okay. Uh, did Jackie have a question?
No, well, Jackie just said I didn't get any work done, just toy touching.
Gotcha.
I think she was saying if she had your room, she would just be
Yeah. Oh yeah, it happens a
all
lot.
that stuff in front of your computer.
Yeah, I make a lot of
Let's
customs on
see.
there for sure.
Adam Power.
Anything modified from the original is a custom. Okay, this is now
I
my.
like that. Anything modified from the original is a custom. There's some like customizing snobs out that are like, if you don't like repaint the entire figure and put a new head on there and sculpt parts, it's not a custom. I'm like, that is not accurate. Like you can just swap the head from another figure onto your figure. That's a
That's
custom. It's not how it
Yeah,
originally came.
no, I
I
agree.
actually did this
yes.
right before I got on with you guys. I put together like this. I was like, I have an extra Vorgus 2. And then I
Ooh,
had these arms from, whoops, this one came out, but I had these arms from Lord of the Rings, Boromir. Uh, so I put those on there because like they have this like kind of maroon cloth, and I'm like, that'll look good on Borgus. And then I had the legs from the Armory Experience with the cloth legs, so I kind of put together this guy real quick.
Nice.
I won't do this head, but I just put the head on there as just as like a placekeeper. But
now
that's
there,
so
now
so
there is.
Jackie, yes, I get nothing done. Even when I'm supposed to be getting ready for the show, I'm still playing with parts on my desk.
Rob says your wife and my partner would get along just fine. She hates it. See,
Hmm.
now there you go. You could bring all the people's wives who hate it, you bring them, and then those wives that hate it get along, and then they go to New York and they shop and they go do all these other
Sleepy
things.
Hollow.
Sleep, yeah, they can go do all those things, and we can just hang out in the lobby. Just
They can just come and hate on it together.
it's okay for couples to have different interests. That's right. My husband will never go to Legion's. Hold that back up. Hold that back up. There you go. Hey. Woohoo.
Oh, you got to get on, Bells. Come on.
A little bit too small. That head's too small.
Is that only room with toys or Joe's now gone? Is that the only room with toys?
I think what
Yes.
he's asking is, do you have any of your old Joes left
Oh, maybe that. Okay.
Or
on
Joe's
display?
now gone. No, so I collected Joe's as a kid, but I ended up selling like all those in yard sales when I got into my teens and stuff like that. I did collect Star Wars for like many
Wow.
years into my adulthood, and I have boxes and boxes of Star Wars stuff in the back closets still to this day. I have sold a ton of it. At like it's so funny, but like I'll have a yard sale and I'll just put like Facebook ads up on like the local yard sale groups, Facebook yard sale groups for my town and my city and area. And as soon as you put up any kind of like Star Wars toys or collectible toys like that, holy Holy
Oh yeah.
crap. Prepare for people to come out of the woodwork. I mean, I must have gotten 1,000 messages from people wanting to buy stuff, and like my heart sale was crazy. Like I've done 2 so far, and I've made like $5,000 selling
Yeah.
Star Wars stuff at yard sales. So
Wow.
they come out of the woodwork.
Brother Xavier says, Joe, we selfishly want to keep you to ourselves at Legion's Con anyway.
I don't know what that's in reference to, but you can have me, Mikey. I'm
Des-
all yours, buddy.
Destination Stone says, my wife loves going to Legion's Con.
Oh
Dude,
yeah, he does.
Destination Stone, what a great couple.
That's super cool. I wish I knew what your actual name was, Destination Stone.
It's Dwayne.
Dwayne.
Dwayne Stone.
Oh, okay.
Dwayne Stone.
You didn't get to meet them at
I did not get the pleasure, but
oh
I will
my
try
God.
to make it a point to next year, though.
Yeah.
Oh my God. Yes.
Yeah.
I mean, they have a YouTube channel and called Destination Stone. Check it out.
I will. I'll check it out. For sure.
Really, really cool.
Blake says, Joe, what would be your favorite custom that you don't have yet?
I wouldn't know because I don't have it.
Is there a custom that you want to do that you just haven't done yet? Is there something that like you're like, I got to do that one day, but I'm waiting for parts, or
Maybe this is gonna be way off subject, but I have made my favorite superhero is Spider-Man, and my second favorite superhero is Backlash. I don't know if you guys are familiar with Backlash from
Okay.
Image
I'm not.
Comics. So he's my favorite superhero, and when I was probably like in my early 20s or like late teens, I made a Backlash custom out of a Wildcats figure, and it's kind of cool. It's like a full-on custom. I even like put Sculpey on his face and tried to sculpt it to make it look like him, whatever. And it's a terrible custom. It's awful.
but it's great.
But it's great. It's like it's cool. Like you look at it, you're like, if you know who Backlash is, you know it's Backlash. But it's like it's an ugly action figure for sure. Fully repainted from head to toe. I should probably revisit it. I'd probably be much better at doing it now. But I would love to make a Backlash action figure custom. In fact, with all the parts that are out there now, it probably wouldn't even be hard to do it. But I wish that somebody would just make it. Like recently, McFarlane came out with Grifter. Like I guess he's now a Marvel figure. I forget what character, DC figure, DC character now. But he recently made Grifter, which is in like the same realm as Backlash. They're like actually from like the same team. And I would love for them to make Backlash. That'd be cool.
Oh my God.
I honestly never seen that character.
Oh no.
No.
We'll have to do a picture of it. But Backlash is definitely dope. Brett Booth's art is super, super tight. Like it's really, really slick.
I was reading, oh my God, Adam Power. My wife loves complaining to people about my collection. How about a bitch and moan breakout session?
You'd get a lot of people in that room for sure.
I actually had a prior girlfriend who thought my figure collecting was odd, so she broke up with me. I've never been. That's right, because if it becomes a problem like that, then I don't know. I guess you got to make a decision.
Yeah.
Because you got to make a choice. We did.
I mean, there wouldn't be a decision there for me, but it's still.
Yes, Jackie. I think we've all made mistakes and sold childhood toys for money at the time, not thinking that they had sentimental value, or thought that sentimental was, or that sentiment was gone. But years later, you find out it was there, and it was always there, and you wish you would never have gotten rid of that. Or the weird, stupid stuff you keep down in totes at your house, and you're like, I don't even give a shit about that. I would rather have toys from my, collection as a kid downstairs in a basement somewhere that I can watch or go play.
You know what I'd really like to get back is my Hoth playset from Star Wars. I do not even know what happened to it. I think my parents sold it.
Oh wow!
At a yard sale behind my back.
It's that parents.
So cool.
Parents are horrible. Dad, you're watching. Mom, you're
You're terrible people. You ruined my childhood. You made me the screw up I am today. You guys. No, I love you guys.
I think my dad threw away my Castle Grayskull.
Oh no!
Same thing. And all the He-Man figures. I think he
for
just
$20.
Yeah.
I know.
Shame on you, Dad.
Yeah, I mean, or he left it up in the attic, and when we moved, he's like, "Oh, I don't need that." You know, it's one of those type things. We took a picture together in the elevator, Joe. Oh, we took a picture together in the elevator, Joe.
Ooh, share it, man.
I know you're gonna have to.
I remember taking
get
that
on.
elevator pic, but I don't think I've seen it.
I do
Tag.
like the elevators there because it's like a mirror. So if everyone's in together, you can take a snap up there and do a little elevator
Yeah,
pic. It's
yeah,
kind of
yeah.
cool.
Post it and tag me in it.
You
I'd
want
love
a
to see it. And
custom
if
of
we're
me,
not Facebook friends, Facebook friend me, buddy.
Once a custom of me, I'll be posting for 25.
Guy said he wants a custom.
My wife loves.
Yeah, buddy. I mean, that thing would be rock solid. I've used the I'd use the bearskin body pack that we just got, man.
I'm like, my wife loves that I'm involved in the community like this. She encourages my girls to go to Legion's Con, but it's not for her. But I have figure artistically displayed throughout the house. I'm very, very lucky. Well,
Yeah, you are. I'm really happy for you, man. That's awesome. Like, really, that's cool.
I have figures in
Having
the
the support.
kitchen in a display case, and Lauren like always is like, I would love to have that space back. And I'm like, never.
Yeah. I keep it all in this office, but like it's definitely like space is definitely the enemy of a toy collector for sure.
Yeah. Yeah. That castle behind you so
You
freaking
need
cool.
more room for bad guys, not just me and Vince.
Oh man, no.
Well,
Man.
I mean, I don't know.
You didn't see it because I didn't show it too long, but there's a little shelf way down on the bottom, like way down there. There's a couple orcs on there. They're all customs. But there's a couple orcs down
Someone
there.
way back there said that. I thought you said you didn't like those. I can't remember who it was.
What was it in reference to?
I think they were something that you had that trying to see. Oh look, I thought you do you have a demon? Someone said I thought you weren't a demon guy.
I'm not a demon guy. Do I have a
Maybe they
demon?
thought they saw a demon out there.
Maybe there might be like one or two crazy looking things in there that like I have,
That yeah. So maybe that's what they thought it was.
but not too many demons. I will say I bought a lot off of a guy, a big figure lot off a guy in San Francisco, and it had like over 70 Legions figures in it, and it, like a few like odds and ends and customs and stuff like that. And I think there's like 120 pieces in this lot that I bought from him altogether. Some other stuff that wasn't Legions, but one thing that he had in there that was kind of a unique thing, he had a Jeremy Gerard custom in his collection of an orc,
Really?
like kind of like an orc shaman sort of thing, whatever. And it's
Yeah.
down there with my orcs. It's a kind of a cool custom, so I kept that for sure. I didn't
Hell
sell it
yeah.
or anything. Yeah.
Nice.
That's cool.
Awesome. Well,
Yeah.
I think that's the show, guys.
Dang, that's it. We ran out of time.
That's it. We're over. We're
Dang.
2 hours 20 minutes.
You don't want to keep going? Look,
Dang.
everybody wants to.
Time flies when you're talking toys.
It does, man. It does. Especially when you're talking legions.
For sure. Well, thank you guys for having me
Are
on. It's
you
been awesome.
from Maine, Joe?
Yes. Actually, I was born I was born in New York. My family's all from New York, but we moved out of New York. My immediate family moved out of New York when I was 6. So I was raised up in Maine until I moved out at 18 because there's nothing to do in Maine except hike and camp and ski, and I've done all the hiking, camping, and skiing that anybody wants to do their
Oh, I
entire
can do
lives
that all day.
by the time I turned 18. So I moved out of Maine. I wanted to move someplace where like the entire town doesn't roll up at 9 p.m. at night. I thought New York or Florida would be good choices, and I chose Florida because I figured if I ended up homeless in the future, at least I wouldn't freeze to death. So that's how I ended up in Florida. But yeah, I am a maniac.
Florida's nice. How far away are you from Panama City Beach? Pretty far.
Not too far. No, Panama City Beach is like, well, I want to say that's like the Tampa-ish area, but I could be wrong about that. But I think it's
I
only
know
like,
it's on the
like
Gulf
an hour.
side. I know that.
It is for sure. I think it's like an hour and a half or so.
That's not bad. I may be there. Come April. So.
Oh, you're doing spring break in Panama Beach?
Well, her dad has a condo down there, so we are going to start taking full advantage of that.
Let's jam it up. We'll the bromance shall continue. We'll go shirtless on the beach and run hand in hand, buddy. It'll be awesome.
Dude, white
Walk in the
sugar
sand.
sand. I'm telling you, I'm ready for it.
Shirt buttons will be unbuttoned.
Coronas, yeah, Coronas and limes. That's what I'm talking about.
No. Fancy. No,
Yeah,
Coronas and limes are good
fancy.
on the beach. Coronas and limes are good on the beach for sure.
They are. It's funny because you see that commercial, but like I don't really drink Corona, but for some reason I've been on the beach and I've had Coronas and limes. And I'm like, these things are freaking awesome.
They make you feel like it's the drink of choice when you're out there,
Yeah,
man. And they
it
are.
does.
It does work. I'm actually I never ordered these in real life, but I am a pina colada guy when I go on vacation. Like I don't feel like I've been on vacation unless I've had a pina colada.
Nice.
I used to live in Panama City. Oh, cool. Dwayne Stone.
Fun
Yeah,
show. Thank you,
Florida guy.
Joe. The Dynamic Duo of the Lair. Awesome, Blake.
Yeah, Blake.
I'm jealous.
Duo
Brad
Nice.
up the whiskey.
of the Lair.
In 2 weeks,
Oh,
guys.
Brad, Mike nailed it. Yes, Brad, I'm taking you to the whiskey. We're gonna get whiskey burgers. You're gonna love it. You're gonna be part of the crew with Jeremy and Chris Gowrich and Michael Xavier
Yep,
and a few other people that I've taken there. Wyatt's gone there. Yeah,
I'm
So
in,
that's
baby.
your place to take people then.
Ryan Willard. That's the place, man. I mean, yeah,
This
if you come
place.
here, I'm gonna take you there. The best burger in
So if
Orlando.
I
It's
go
so good.
there, that's where we're okay. All right, all right.
Yeah,
Just need to
yeah.
be
But we're
filmed
foodies.
for-
Like, I make like toys, but
Foodies,
don't get it twisted. My wife and I are big time foodies.
Oh yeah, me and Lauren, we definitely know how to go out and eat and
Yeah.
yeah.
We just came back from a vacation. I went up to Charleston, South Carolina this past week with my wife for our anniversary, and man, we ate our way through that city. Oh my God, they've got good food. I didn't know they were so well known for oysters, and we love oysters, so we ate oysters everywhere we went. Tons of fried chicken, lots of martinis on every single bar, rooftop bars, all over the place. Man, we had a great time. But yeah, we
Love
ate
it.
our way through that city. We ate our way through Virginia as well. So
Freaking love it.
Ron. Yeah,
Look,
Jay.
boom
For
enabled, Brad.
Ethron. Yeah, guy said, boom, enabled.
Yeah, for Ethron. Thanks, Joe. J Mac.
Yeah, J-Mac.
Well, Joe, thank you again for coming on the show, letting us pick your brain, and letting us let the community get to see your collection. And once again, tell us real quick, when can we hang out with you on the Mythic Enablers? What days and what hours?
We are a bi-weekly podcast,
Okay.
and we post up our episodes on Monday mornings. The most recent one just came out, today's Tuesday, right? So it just came out yesterday. So if you go over to the Mythic Enablers podcast, we are on Spotify, we are on iTunes, Acast, so all your favorite podcast players, you can listen to it. And you can listen to the newest episode that came out yesterday. I was actually on that vacation in Charleston, South Carolina, when they recorded it. I was out for my anniversary, so I could not be on that show. Otherwise, it would have been my last anniversary. So
You made the right choice, my friend.
I did. I definitely.
You did well.
I
You did
definitely
well. You did well.
enjoyed my time. So it was definitely a good sacrifice. But yeah, you can catch us on there. We post up every other Monday. So we just posted one yesterday. So grab that and go back. We just turned 21. We're old enough to drink. So 21st episode came out yesterday.
Nice.
Yes.
So
Yeah, I got you on Spotify, man. So I'm
that's how I
gonna
listen to
check
it.
out the new episode that just came out. Thank you, my friend. Thank you. We've been wanting to have
you.
you on now
For a long time.
3 years.
For a
You
long
guys
time.
asked me to be on like your third episode, I want to say.
Yes.
And
Yeah,
you
you
were
could
3
have been on
episodes in.
season 1, but this is better. This is better.
Yeah, I like it. I'm glad that I'm on here now, but I missed that one. I was always bummed out that I didn't do it. And I don't know if you guys realize this or not, but you popped my solo cherry. I've never been on anybody's show solo before.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
Well,
I've only been on
come
with the
to
group of
think about
enablers.
Hell
we
yeah.
we are celebrating the end of our 3rd season now, Joe, in 2 weeks, which will be the 17th of December at
Wow,
7
guys.
p.m. We will have the season 3 recap show where we recap our guests and we recap the figures that have come out this year.
Wow, guys, that's such a big accomplishment. Congratulations. I remember
Thank you. Thank you.
meeting you guys in a Chinese food restaurant, and I would never have guessed that it was like any of us were going to end up doing anything like this and getting so deep into the line that we're making podcasts and YouTube video shows about it. So like, guys, congratulations. That's a super awesome accomplishment. And this is going to sound weird, but I'm proud of you guys. So
Hey, thank you. And we're happy to have you along with the podcasts and the whatnot, because we love to see more of Joe. We want to see more Joe. We want to see everybody for the Mythic Enablers.
There's 5 of us.
Yeah, there is 5. Some of them, no, I get along with everybody. I definitely love you guys, and I appreciate what you guys bring to the table because it's a good camaraderie, and
Thanks,
I
man.
definitely enjoy listening to it. So
Thanks,
once
man.
again, check out Joe and as a Mythic Enablers.
Nice. Well, thank you guys very much. And I know I can speak for the rest of the guys when I say this, but we love you guys too, of course.
Nice.
Awesome.
Okay.
Well, 2 weeks. We'll see you again.
Peace.
Peace.
Stay safe.